Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pregame, party, postgame statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube and live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Payton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who that? Who that, man? Who that? Who that indeed? Who that, baby? Who that to all the black and gold family members in the building, man? What's good, family? What's good in the hood, family? Man, I like to say what's happening to all the beautiful black and gold members in the building, man. What's up to the family, man? Didn't I tell y'all, man, about them Saints fans, family? Who that? Who that? Scoob. Scoob up in Philly, who that, baby? Kasha and who that, baby? LBR Productions, who that there? They say they gon' who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that, baby? Larry, who that to your family? Kasha said, I feel like we can win all these games before Drew come back. Till, what's up, Till the legend? Who that, baby? Jonathan, who that to you, baby? Who that to Jonathan? Odell, welcome to the platform, family. If you aren't a subscriber, feel free to subscribe, family. If you're looking for a home, family, you're a new subscriber, you found a home here at the Sports Coma with some of the most beautiful, smartest, intelligent black and gold family members there ever was in the history of the fandom, man. Who that, baby? Man, I keep trying to tell them they don't understand. I keep trying to tell them they don't understand, family. They don't get it. Who that to the family? Who that, Derek? To the fam, 985J. Who that, family? Dallas. Yo, they did exactly what I said they should do. Elvin threw the ball. He did do that too. Big ups to you, Dallas. 2 QB sets. Taysom threw the ball. And Cooks got going. Trifecta, baby. Big ups, Dallas. You need to keep talking more, man. They might be listening to you. Dominic, who that? Dominic. LBR Productions 1 said, we exposed them cowgirls. They playing like hot garbage right now. And man, listen, man, the Saints will do that to you. 985 said Granderson got a new celebration dance. Some old weird worm type dance. That's what I'm saying, baby. It's crazy, man. It's beautiful, though. Carl Granderson got a sack, family. Man, I tell you, man, the Saints cutting up, man. Why they can't understand. Derek Summerfield, thank you for your donation, family. Thank you, man. Appreciate that beautiful gift, bro. We'll put it to good use here at the Sports Coma. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, Derek. One of the great ones in the Sports Coma family member, among many great people. Thank you, Mr. Derek. Chase Tayson says, hey, what did I tell y'all last year when I said Teddy Bridgewater and Taysom Hill are going to be a successful dual QB system with Teddy getting the snaps? Y'all thought I sounded silly back then. Most visionaries do sound silly there, Chase. Think about it, family. Most visionaries do sound silly until imagine you had a guy that you knew trying to explain to you 5 years before the invention of air conditioning what air conditioning was. 5 years before the invention of the cell phone, you had a guy trying to explain to you what you be trying to call the people to lock the man up. That's how visionaries are, man. Let's see here. Derek says, who that? Thank you, Derek. Jared, who that? Great win all around. Dada, who that, baby? Javier says, Saints defense is legit. Davenport starting to show up. Who that? Adrian in the building. Adrian, Rocky, Adrian in the building. Who that to you? And all the family members is getting going, man. Everybody. Scoob, Dallas, Quincy, who that? Quincy. Sean D, who that? Sean in the building. Jared Slack, all the family members. Dada says Bridgewater, bad boy, take some support. What you thinking? Nah, Bridgewater chunking down the field with a cannon for arm makes us super dangerous. Kashin says great win. Derek says one big off the cowgirls, had to share the love with the family. Thank you, brother. Anytime we can get a win off them stanky Cowboys, man, I'm happy. And either way, we can show the league how to top them, baby. It's going to be good. So what happened to all those rankings with those suckers? I tell you what, man. Who the pros? They aren't. I keep saying it. I keep saying that you are. I keep saying it, family. Look who know what they talking about, family. Isn't that amazing? Let's see the rest of the family in the building. Bro, dang, that whole D-line got a sack. You know, y'all keep hating on Davenport. Donovan Grace says that showed out today. Big ups to you, Donovan. We got both. We got Donovan in the building. Kyle, who that? Kyle 985J says Teddy's starting to look like dude. Yep, Adrian, thank you. Okay, everybody, man. And Derek Summerfield says, did Mike Evans even play today? He was out there. He just didn't get nothing. I'm telling you, man, beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. Scoop says Lattimore was that and more today. Yo, that's right, family. Welcome all the family members, both new and established, into the Sports Coma today. Live stream number 36 episode. Let's see. I forgot. It's probably show number 438. That's what I think on a live stream number 36. So Saints and Bucs recap today on the agenda. Saints fans, we got the Saints statistical breakdown on everything. We're going to cover that today. We got interviews that I won't get going right away with Sean Payton, followed by Teddy Bridgewater and Mike Thomas. We'll help the big guys to chime in. Got team grades. You know, after every Saints game, we do our team grading on offense, defense, and special teams. We'll get into that. Plus live chat from you and call-ins in about 20 minutes. I'll open up the lines so the Saints family can spit their game on what they thought was a pretty damn good game. Saints came away 31-24. Should have been better than that. Should have been 31-17. They let them get a garbage time touchdown that made stuff look like it was really closer than what it was. I ain't like that, but I cannot complain. The Saints did everything they were supposed to do, and they showed up in a major capacity. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. I want to play Coach Sean Payton and hear what his thoughts was after the game. If you didn't hear, here's the coach chiming in on his thoughts. Hold on, fam. I don't think y'all can hear that.
To Bruce
There we go.
and that team. So we felt like we knew we were going to be in for a tough game. And, fortunately, we did enough things to win. Any questions? Well, it wasn't not part of it. I mean, obviously, those guys are catching a lot of balls. I thought we did a good job disrupting the passer. It was going to have to be with some 7-man and also with some 8-man fronts. They're a patient running team, and we knew that. And so it was going to have to be a few different looks. And I thought Marshawn played well. We'll look at the tape. Conversely, offensively, we knew we were playing a real good run front. So we were going to, throw it a little bit more early on. We were efficient doing that and made enough big plays to get a lead. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, look, he got into a rhythm, and I felt like we did a good job protecting for him. We got the ball down the field more. And, the guys made some plays. A bunch of different guys made plays. So I was happy to see, some of the longer throws and the way he played, definitely. In practice, we're spending, there's a ton of practice that goes into long before we even, get to a game, but I don't know that it's anything behind the scenes. I mean, I just think that there's a preparation element and he's extremely, he being Teddy, is, when you play quarterback in this league, the attention to detail is significant. And so I know he pays close attention to that. He'll stay after practice, work with certain guys. We work a lot of different combinations. Look, I think, I felt all along, and I think our players the same way. I mean, it's hard in this league to win if you don't have talent at that position. And we did enough good things today around them. Guys were making plays outside. I thought, like I said, we blocked them well. It's a front that's difficult to run on. I think we made our attempts and managed to rush for over 100 yards in that battle. So I was encouraged. I thought that was Ted Ginn, wasn't it? Teddy Ginn? Part of it, like the matchup in man, we thought we could get him involved. The touchdown he makes early on was good to see, good throw and catch, and we just got to continue to get him more opportunities, and that's on us. Well, we knew we were going to see some man coverage. They do a good job of mixing up the looks, and then it was just trying to work the individual matchups. They had an injury to corner that kind of moved some guys around, but it was good to see. Yeah, I thought, look, our third down numbers were good. I mean, if you looked at defensively what we did third down wise and then what we did third down wise, the rushing numbers were good. For the most part, we eliminated the big plays. It's a good formula. Well, listen, he's been a good player for us since he's been here. I like his length. I like his competitive nature and how he prepares. I think he's got really good ball skills, and Yeah, so it's not like the last 2 weeks. I mean, he draws a tough matchup each week.
Sean Payton, y'all, breaking it down on the game, man. I just think it was terrific how the Saints put this one up together, man. I mean, credit must be given. Those people that picked against the Saints have to be standing there looking crazy. I mean, how often, which is quite often as enough, their supposed experts keep picking against my team. We got that punk Michael Strahan sitting up on Fox every time he gets an opportunity, he picks against the Saints. And I just wonder how he still has a job. I mean, he's just a stupid player. He doesn't know anything about the Saints organization, just a pure-blood hater. But wrong all the time. It's just amazing. They like weathermen. They just never lose their jobs. The Saints are going to lose with a 20% chance of winning. So I had 20% chance, a 30% chance when we get to keep our jobs. Absolutely insane. But nonetheless, the Saints put on a show. 31-24 should have been a lot shorter than that, but the Saints did what they were supposed to do in this one. We got Teddy Bridgewater coming up next, family. So, I mean, it's just been fantastic, man, just to say the least. I just have to give big credit to Coach Payton for doing it. Kind of still, he was trying to implement a little bit by sticking Teddy Bridgewater in there and kind of create more of a balanced attack right there. So I got to give the coach some respect in it. But Teddy Bridgewater continues to get more and more comfortable with the Saints offense like we anticipated he would. Here's the team statistics as it stands. First down, Saints 25-19 on the first downs, 18 passing first downs, 5 rushing touchdowns. Third down, a lot better, 8 of 15 while forcing Tampa Bay into a 3-11 third down situation. Total plays, Saints had 67 total plays versus 55 by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 457 total yards by the Saints offense versus 252 by Tampa. 11 on 11 with the total drives. They were equal. Saints averaged about 7 yards per play versus Tampa's 4.6. Saints 345 yards passing versus 158 by Tampa. Saints had 112 yards rushing on 31 attempts versus 94 yards on 22 attempts by Tampa. That's 4.3 per rush. Saints were almost 4 yards per rush. And in the red zone, big turnaround difference. The Saints were 3 and 4 in the red zone. Big difference. Tampa 1-1. Penalties, Saints were 6 penalties for 40 yards. That's a lot better than what it has been. Tampa was 4 penalties for 30 yards. Of course, 1 turnover by the Saints, of course. And then 33, the time possession, 33-27 versus 26-33 by Tampa Bay. So, man, beautiful outing by the Saints, big time outing by the Black and Gold, sticking it to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man, today. 31-24 as they improve to 4-1 in the division. They are out in front of the team. Only competition, Tampa Bay falls to 2-3. Atlanta lost today. They're now 1-4 in the cellar. Carolina improved today. They got a win thanks to McCaffrey. 3-2 are the Carolina Panthers. The Saints are a game ahead of them. So division starting to shape up. The Saints are starting to gain ground and push away from the rest of the people in the NFC South. Now, let's go to Teddy Bridgewater. His thoughts post-game taking down the Bucs. Here's Teddy Bridgewater.
Talk about our week of preparation leading up to today. It was a great week. Coach talked about playing with energy, playing this game off emotion, and having tempo. I think we did a good job of doing that today, and we were able to come away with the victory. Going to live in this moment and try to get better. It should have been 5 touchdowns. But it was a great overall team effort. I felt like it was Jordan Ball, Mike Thomas, Jared Cook, Ted Austin Carr, Hill. Just find a way to get those guys the ball and make plays for us. And today was one of those days. Everything was clicking. We knew coming into this game and get down the red zone and do some good things. And like I said, the stats, I play this game, it's a team sport. About today was running off the field, running in this tunnel, seeing the smiles on the fans' face. That's what I wake up, that's the number one thing on my mind when I wake up on game day. How can I do it? What can I do? It's not about the numbers for me. Say that again? Oh, I mean, that's pretty cool, but no, she's still not. With Ed earlier this week about, reading what he sees on social media. But like I said, I play this game the way that I play it, and each defense is built different, designed different to take away different things. But we knew coming into this game that we were going to have an opportunity to be more aggressive. And Coach Payton, Pete, Joe, all those guys, when we get the game plan, we see, okay, this play is up. Hey, we want to hit the shot right here. You go into the game with that aggressive. It's very comforting when you can just look out. And Mike and I, we were just talking in the locker room, and I just told him, man, when the games come around, I could just see it in your eyes. You don't have to say a word to me. I know, it's that nonverbal communication that I can thrive off and that he thrives off. So when you're in the huddle, you're calling the play, and you're looking the guys in their eyes, and Mike's eyes just lights up. You know that he's locked in, and it's comforting as a quarterback. Yeah, Mike is he's the ultimate competitor. He wants to be great, and he wants to continue to be respected. And he plays this game with a chip on his shoulder, and we all understand his background and things like that. But over the past couple of weeks, he's just been a guy who's shown up for us as he's done, in his past couple of years, his first couple of years here. So for me, it's just one of those deals where you just continue to trust the guys and continue to just believe in the system and believe in the guys, and it's been working for us these past couple of weeks.
There you go, Teddy Bridgewater, man. Believe in the system, believe in the guys, and it bears fruit. Because that's exactly what's going on, to be honest with your family. I mean, what more could you say about the progress under Teddy Bridgewater? I mean, this is phenomenal, man. Since he's set under center as a starter from the first portion of the game, they're 3-0. Did anybody see this happening? Did anybody see this occurring that wasn't a Saints fan, that didn't have that saintly vision to understand what kind of team this was and that we should not underestimate? Now, they'll be blown away thinking in their minds, oh, my goodness, the Saints, man. Hey, what's going on with the Saints? Have we devalued or underestimated the Saints that severely? Yes, you have, chump. And I can tell you who, Nate Burleson. That whole stupid staff from the Good Morning Football, whatever they do. I don't know what kind of pros they supposed to be. And all the rest of them. The same nonsense. But we continue to break ground. We continue to show people what time it is when the Who Dat Nation, baby, the Black and Gold Nation, baby. It's going down, baby, in a major capacity, baby. They don't understand, baby. They don't get it, baby. They don't get it. But, that's just today folly, man. Great win today by the Black and Gold, man. We're 4-1, 3-0 since Teddy picked up from snap one. Not discounting the Rams game, of course, when he didn't get a full start in there. But since he's been starting, man, Saints are 3-0, and boy, he looked pretty good in this one. I got to give him credit, man. Let's look at some of the family here. Welcome in some of the family who just coming in there, and I got going, man. Family, happy to see all y'all in the live chat. But, like I customarily do, and I'm kind of late saying it, but welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, and we have intense, entertaining, and educating sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q if you don't know. Welcome to the live stream. Big ups to all the family members chiming in. Man. Beautiful. Robert Clark, who that to your family? I see you. Kyle says penalties were down finally. Dada says Teddy gets better with more playing time. Just as we seen Derek L. Who that to you, baby? True Louisiana, who that to your family? Says Teddy went beast mode. Robert says Teddy limping leg was kind of scary. It was, but look, give him credit, man. He played through it. Scoop says Sean called a tremendous game. Big ups to Coach Payton. 985J said hats off to the Saints. Great win. True Louisiana. Even Taysom got to throw and made a very big, impressive looking completed pass, 18 yards. That's what I've been asking for. This on the Taysom Hill packages. Let Taysom Hill throw the damn ball. That's all I was saying. We said in the pregame. Finally, the Saints gave it to us. Dallas said the Saints are villains of the NFL, and I'm super cool with that. I'm super cool with it too. He says, call us Thanos. We make wide receivers DCs and the whole teams disappear. Donovan Grayson, who that baby? He said, I wish at the end of the game when it was 4th and 3 yards, we would have kicked the field goal to go up by 3 scores. I didn't understand that play, but you know, Joey, who that Joey? Dada says some saying Teddy holds the ball too long. LOL, looks like that was Jameis Winston today. Jameis Winston was just, man, if you don't allow him to get in the rhythm, and that's what the Saints did. Big ups to the Saints. They didn't allow him to get in the rhythm. They would pressure him. They knocked him down, and then finally they got sacks on him to the tune of about 6 sacks today by the Saints defense. Big ups to the Saints defense. Continue to do the big thing. Scoop says that Weasel Burleson and the whole Good Morning Football team went against us this game. How that work out for them? They still get to keep their job. Burleson's a brown noser. He don't even, I mean, how does he, my thought, like if I look at the Sunday morning crew on Channel 4, what is it, CBS, and I look to the left, I see James Brown from left to right. James Brown, Hall of Fame broadcaster. Whoever's sitting next to him is usually either Boomer Esiason, who's a Hall of Famer, Phil Simms, Hall of Famer, and Bill Cowher, Hall of Fame coach, and then Nate Burleson. How the hell Burleson sitting up there? I mean, how the hell that work? I mean, you got a whole panel of Hall of Famers, and then Nate Burleson. Come on. But I know what Nate Burleson is. He in the Hall of Fame for brown nose, and that's what he is. He's a Hall of Fame brown nose. That's what the hell Burleson is. Joey says, who that Q? Who that to you, fam? Metalhead, who that? He said Teddy Roosevelt. Good one, Metalhead. Teddy Roosevelt. That's funny. Joey says, did you see DeMario Davis, Kamehameha? I told you, he's cool, man. I told you, bro, he's cool, man. I told you, they don't know about that anime. They don't know about that DBZ or that DB Super, man. But DeMario Davis does. Dada says, yeah, I seen they picked up against us. LA only real fans like it's know what's going down. We're talented and deep everywhere on the team. Thank you, Dada. Robert says AK-41 throw one Jason Hill. That was big too. He got it off his first completion of his career. Dallas said, preach big Q. Dada says, when we win with Drew, that makes us scary. Without Drew, I'm sorry, that makes us scary. And that does. You're 3 since Teddy Bridgewater has taken over as the starter. You are 3-0. And then there's reports that Drew Brees is supposed to be coming back early. He might make him wait. Could you possibly imagine a scenario when we saying we're gonna make Drew Brees? Well, okay, hold on, Drew. I know you won't come back. You're gonna just be safe on this one. We're gonna hold you back right quick until we really think you're ready to go. Could you foresee a scenario like that? Come on, be honest. A lot of y'all couldn't. Y'all trying to hurry up and just manage your game, Teddy. But we gonna be almost kind of pushing Drew back. Hold on, Drew. Hold on, chill. Let's see. Scoop says Reverend Saint need to bring it tonight. That's right, Scoop. That's right, baby. That's right, Scoop, baby. We did it tonight, baby. We did it. We did it, baby. Oh man, remote control. Who that, baby? Justin Bruce. Who that to you, bro? Welcome to the live stream, Justin. Robert Clark says the Who That Dish reports a trade rumor that the Saints are targeting Tyler Eifert, Cincinnati, for a 4th round pick. Eifert's good blocker, balanced. Would be intriguing that they would get him. Be very intriguing. It does open up that double wide receiver. That double tight end set gives it a different dimension. You can use 3 tight ends with Josh Hill. Very intriguing. A 4th round pick for Tyler Eifert, if it's accurate, that is actually a pretty good trade, Robert. We're gonna see. Metalhead says Teddy throws a belt for president. Teddy throws a belt. I love it. Robert Bro says, who that Robert Bro? He says, Teddy need to do better. Just joking. Man, and salute. You know they's going to get on you, huh, Robert? They was going to get on you. Donovan Grayson says, if our defense continue to play like this, we will be hard to beat. The offense and Teddy is open to wow. Wow. Jermaine, who that, baby? He said, who that Fab #1, baby? What's up, Big Q? I'm good, baby. Especially after the win, bro. We good. Jermaine said our defense going to get better every game. I love it. Who that? Who that, baby? Who that, baby? Who that to you, Jermaine, baby? Who that? Joey says it was raw. I knew about Cam, but DeMario too. Yes, I know, bro. Cody, who that, Cody? At school, Dallas is stinking up the joint. Man, hey, bro. The Saints do that to you. Cody says all the defense is on fire. Big ups to our cornerbacks. They have stepped up in a big way. Got to give them credit. Kelvin, who that, Kelvin? He says Dallas is about to be losing 24-0 at halftime. Oh, my goodness. Joy said P.J. Williams is on fire. P.J. doing it up, man. But see, they all catching the Holy Ghost in the secondary and the defense, man, because they all familiar with each other. But it's just that fact that eventually they got to get that harmony. And remember, we kept saying 3 to 4 games it take to come out of preseason form to regular season form. Big ups to you, Donovan Grayson. Thank you for your donation, fam. Who that to you, sir? Thank you for that, man. Big ups to you on your donation, my man. Thank you, sir. We'll definitely put it to use here at the platform, man. As the Saints continue to win, man, it's just beautiful, man. I got to give them credit, man. Lovely, lovely, and big and beautiful, beautiful win for the Black and Gold Nation. Big ups. So thank you, family, for your donation. And, man, I got to tell you, man, Teddy Roosevelt is I use Metalhead's nickname. Old Teddy Roosevelt did a hell of a job today, bro. I just got to give it to him, man. Very special. Awesome. Big time win there. And I just got to give a man credit, man. But anyway, before we get into the rest of breaking down the game and some more statistics, I got some individual statistics I want to go over with the family members. And then, of course, in about 10 minutes, we'll open up the phone lines for your live calls, for your call in. You want to call in, talk about the game. Live chat, questions, concerns, and comments. Please feel free to voice those now in the thing. But here we go. Here's Mike Thomas, who put on a big time game. Big ups to Mike Thomas. Huge win. Here's Mike on his thoughts after the win.
Yes, sir. You take advantage of that. It's our job. We focus on it throughout the week of preparation. We know this team's counting on us. We know the defense is counting on us. We know this organization is counting on us to make these plays and to move the chain. So we lock in and week out, no matter who's behind center. We execute at a high level, and we work on our mistakes and try to improve them as fast as possible. We're trending in the right direction. That's where we want to head. That's our goal. That's the vision we have for this offense and this team. So it was good to hit it week 5. Just to put that stuff on film, and just now it's time to keep improving and keep enhancing it. I feel like that's something you're going to get out of him week in and week out. Every week he's going to take that next step. He's going to get better. He's going to find a way to improve. He's a tremendous pro. He's a great leader, very humble guy, even keel. But when it comes to competing, you know that loves to win. So when you have a quarterback that loves to win, he's going to find ways to win. 100% for him and Drew. We know when Drew's out there how much he values competing and winning games, and we just don't want to let each other down. We play for one another. I want him to be comfortable to sit back there and be able to throw the ball to me without, taking any hits or making any wrong reads. I just want to be a safety blanket, and then when other guys make plays, I'm really excited for them too. The ultimate name of the game is moving these chains and scoring points. Yes. Oh yeah. Because I had Well, like two plays before, I had that little when I motioned out and I had the hitch, and then I kind of dropped it. It was a low ball. I should have caught that one. So I was kind of disappointed in myself on that. But just being a mature player, being on my fourth year, I knew it was next play mentality. It's three downs, and third down is crucial down. And I know how important that was at that time in the game. So wherever you threw it, I was going to lay out for it, and I was excited to make that play for the offense.
Man, Mike Tom was super special, man. Super special in every major way, man. He was huge in this game. That was a spectacular catch that he was able to bring down as well, man. And I got to say, man, when you think about the great things that the Saints organization is putting up in these wins and how the top players are stepping up, it's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm so proud of this team, man. I'm so proud of the way they playing. And I knew it all the time, baby. I just do it all the time, baby. That's why I said, baby, that you gotta believe. But there's nothing wrong with faith, baby. I had to tell a guy who said he don't know nothing about God. He don't know nothing about it. And I had to tell him, baby, I said, hey, baby, I'm telling you, you're wrong, baby. You're wrong, baby. You're wrong, baby. You're supposed to know, baby. You don't just know technical stuff, baby. You don't just know technical stuff, baby. I could teach a monkey to beat a set of drums, baby. We don't have to be about technical stuff, baby. But we made it three. We're threefold, baby. You got to know, baby. You got the mental, spiritual, and the physical. The physical, always the last one, baby. But that's faith, baby. You got to understand faith, baby. Faith's a powerful, miraculous thing, baby. Take it from Reverend Saint, baby. We talking about saints, baby. They playing with that edge, baby. They playing with it, baby. They believe and they have faith in each other, baby. Not dumb faith, baby. Not blind faith, baby. Real faith, baby. And you see what happens, baby. They prove all the doubters wrong, baby. They go all the way back, baby, to the story of Noah in the boat, baby. I'm telling you, baby. But big ups to the Saints, baby. All right, Q, back to you, baby. Thank you there, Reverend Saint. Appreciate you there, Reverend, for popping in every now and again. The Reverend pops in. Says what up to the family. He dropped some knowledge on you too, don't you, old Reverend Saint? Oh, the family members loving it too in the building, man. I just love it, man. And I'm proud. I'm happy for all the Saints to feel this win, baby. To feel it here at the Sports Coma, baby. We feels good, baby, when we win. It feels good, baby. Who that to you, Gary? I see you, baby. Joy says, Scoop says PJ's waking up. Joy says he could pass rush. Jermaine says, big ups to Lattimore. That man did the damn thing today. Scoop, I mean, bro, Lattimore, listen, man. You know how good Mike Evans is? Do people really realize how good Mike Evans is? Mike Evans had 0 catches on 3 targets. You know how good Mike Evans is, man? Mike Evans is, I just can't state it. He had no catches. None. 0. Zilch. Goose egg. I mean, man, this Marshawn Lattimore is, and we wanted to trade him for Ramsey? Seriously, family? Do y'all not understand? Oh my goodness, I just can't tell y'all. I mean, I don't have to. Most of you guys already know what time it is, baby. Y'all know, baby. Joy says he could pass rush. Jermaine said big ups to Lattimore. The man did the damn thing. Scoop says Eli's balling as well. He catching the fever from Marshawn Lattimore. No doubt about it, man. They robbed us of a few picks in this game, by the way, with bad calls. I just want to let you know that. Put that for the record. Scoop says Eli's balling out. Kelvin says PJ Lattimore, Eli all playing for a big contract. Who that, Gary? He said good game. Joy says Granderson looked just like Quinn from the Cowboys last week spinning, and you know what? Kyle says, when's that new Teddy shirt coming out? Should be, bro, in the next 2 days. It's called Crescent City Bridgewater. That's coming out real soon. I thought it would be ready to yesterday or this morning. The design's still not ready, but trust and believe, bro. In the next 2 days, at least in the next 2 days, it'll be at the pro shop. So just keep checking on it, bro. Thank you for that, Kyle. Dada says, who that Dada? We have Jacksonville next week. That young rookie better be ready for our front seven. We're going to chew him up and spit him out, man. Scoop says Murray is getting used a little more running and receiving. Hey, I like it. We've been beating the drum, haven't we, family? Justin Bruce says D-line deep, secondary holding it down, top 5. Who that? That's right, Justin. Talk to him, baby. Devin, who that? Devin, who that? Scoob says Malcolm was a stud today. Their successful runs were outside. Dada says I'm getting a Teddy shirt. Oh man. Thank you, Adrian. Hit the thumbs up, family members, all the family members in the building. Please take a second to hit the thumbs up to promote the platform to other beautiful Saints family like yourself. And check out the pro shop like Adrian is suggesting. Thank you, Adrian. Scoob says, preach, Rev, preach. That's right. Scoob like when the old Reverend get going. Kyle says, Rev getting deep with it. You gonna be writing books in a minute. Scoob says Evan is good enough to be a shutdown by Laddie Daddy today. Man, I'm telling you, it's amazing. Kevin, who that? Kevin McKnight, who that, baby? And let's go through some of the statistics, family. We played 3 interviews. Coach Payton, Mike Thomas, and Bridgewater, 3 very important characters of the Saints team that were instrumental in the big win. Teddy Bridgewater, 26 of 34 for 314 yards. Which one of the black and gold family members in the building said we needed to throw for 250 yards to win the game? Which one of the family members said that yesterday? Please show yourself. You know, I remember hearing it. See, I remember the stats. I just don't remember the comment. I don't remember the person that said it, but said we had to throw for 250 yards. Well, he did that and then some. 26 of 34 for 314 yards. 9.2 every time he slung the ball. So it's almost a first down every time Teddy Bridgewater threw the ball. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. And really that pick was on Alvin Kamara. He kind of bobbled it right into the guy's hand. But he had a QBR of 131.3 today. And guess what, family? No sacks. No sacks. The Saints allowed no sacks. And we were worried about the little fella, Shaquem Griffin or whatever. Not Griffin. Thompson, I think his name was. Whatever it is. Didn't make a difference because he didn't get jack squat today. 9 sacks coming into him. What the Saints did, offensive line did. Shut them the hell down. That's what I told y'all. Who that smoke? He said, I told y'all we need 7s. We got them today, baby. We got as many 7s as you want. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater threw 4 of them for you. We got them, baby. Let me repeat the numbers on Teddy again, man. 26 of 34 for 314 yards. He averaged 9.2 yards every time he threw the ball. 4 touchdowns. 1 pick that really wasn't on him. It was on Kamara. Although he did throw it a little behind him. But Kamara bobbled it into the defender's hand. 131.3 on the rating. Taysom Hill was 1-1 for 18 yards with his throw. Alvin Kamara was 1-1 with a little 13-yard throw to Josh Hill. The Saints rushing game, Alvin Kamara 16 carries for 62 yards, averaged about 4 yards a run. Latavius Murray, look like we were saying, he trended up. Remember, 2 weeks ago it was 2 carries. Last week it was 4 carries. This week is 7 carries. Didn't we say it would be 6 carries? We were 1 underneath, but 7 carries, 2 by 2 by 2, as he continues to increase. 7 carries, 28 yards, average 4 yards a carry, respectable. 7 carries for 28 yards. That's 4 yards a carry. That's respectable. Taysom Hill, 2 carries for 14 yards. Teddy had 5 scrambles for 7 yards in the game. Teddy again had 1 carry for 1 yard. Receiving game, Mike Thomas was explosive and beautiful. Awesome, all that kind of stuff. 11 catches for 182 yards with 2 touchdowns. He averaged 16.5 every time he caught the ball. Man, 16 yards on the average per catch. That's insane. He was thrown that 13 times, caught 11 of them. 182, 2 touchdowns, and alone was a 42-yarder. There, Alvin Kamara was the second leading receiver, 6 catches for 42 yards on 7 targets. Jared Cook, for all the Jared Cook people, he got going. Not a big game, but he did enough to get himself valid in this one. 4 catches, 41 yards in the score, first of his career with the Saints. He did a little cooking thing and threw it up in the air. A little something. Talking about he don't listen to all of the people talking mess about him. He could tell his celebration dance when he threw it up like that. You could tell he was showing him, look, I told you I was going to be valid. He got a touchdown. So big ups to Jared Cook, man. Be patient with the man. Josh Hill had 3 catches for 39 yards off of 4 carries. Teddy again, 2 catches, 35 yards off of 2 targets. Latavius Murray had 2 catches for 6 yards off of 2 targets as well. So the offense, man, did a damn good job in the affair. I have to give credit where credit's due. Teddy Bridgewater put on a really good performance, 4 touchdowns, and he was good. Even got dinged up a little bit, stayed in there, hung around, made things happen. So at the end of the day, man, we did some fantastic play, man. We get to a few more of your chats, and then we're going to run down the team defense. Dallas said, told you, Louisville. Teddy showed up today. Kevin says, shut him down. Robert says, Jared Cook showed how tough he played by taking a helmet-to-helmet shot. They threw that guy out of there, and I'm glad that they did, man. We can't have that type of stuff. And then again, there was another helmet-to-helmet on him again. The guy, they didn't make that call that time. Old Cook got in there. That was Smoke Dog. Who that till you smoke? And Kyle says, side note, Green Bay leading by 17. Them Cowgirls, 7-17. The Cowgirls don't have any points. That's absolutely insane. Thanks for the update, Kyle. Let's keep it rolling, family. Look at the team defensive statistics on the night. Didn't like how Deontay Harris played. He continues to botch these punts. He's a rookie, so I guess that's a part of it. I know he'll get better. I have faith in Deontay Harris. He'll get it right. Demario Davis led the team with tackles. Actually was tied with P.J. Williams. They both had 7 apiece. 2 pass deflections by Demario Davis as he went up and batted down Jameis Winston's pass that was trying to go for a touchdown. So P.J. Williams showed up huge too with 7 tackles. A.J. Klein, 6 tackles in the game. 1 for loss, tackle for loss as well. Von Bell, 4 tackles in the game. He had a pass deflection. David Onyemata, 4 tackles in the game in the reserve capacity. Sheldon Rankin started the game. For those who don't know or didn't know that, Sheldon started at 3 tackles, 1 sack, and a tackle for loss along with a QB hit. And you seen Super Sheldon with the shimmy came on the board to use. He put the shimmy down. Big ups to Sheldon Rankin. Malcolm Brown got in there too. 3 tackles for him with a sack, a tackle for loss, and 2 QB hits. Marshawn Lattimore, 3 tackles on the day. He had 2 pass deflections. Marcus Davenport, 2 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 tackle for a loss, and 3 QB hits. Davenport could not be stopped. He have a multi-sack game. Big up to him. Carl Granderson filling in for Trey Hendrickson. He got in there. 2 tackles for him, 1 sack, a tackle for loss, and a QB hit. Kiko Alonso started as well. He was 2 tackles in the game. Cam Jordan, man, Cam could have had 3 sacks in this one. Too bad. Cam finally got him 1 tackle, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, and he did have a QB hit in the game. And Patrick Robinson played sparingly. Eli Apple, Eric McCoy, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and those guys had a tackle apiece in the game. No interceptions. They did take the interception. Eli Apple had a fantastic interception. They pulled it away from him. That was bull crap. I thought they pulled it away from him, calling for a bull crap holding penalty. That was no holding on that play. That was an interception. There was another interception early in the game that they pulled back and said it was a delay a game, but they did not stop the play. Usually you're supposed to blow that play dead. The referees took 2 scores from the Saints, 2 turnovers from the Saints. And this one, once again, despite that, we still win. That's what it's all about. They're going to do everything they can to slow you down. But ultimately, when you play like you're supposed to play, they have no power. You take the power away from their rotten asses. Deontay Harris on the punt returns, 3 punt returns for 8 yards. He struggled mightily in this one. Will Lutz wasn't needed that much. He was 1-on-1 on the field goals. Morstead, not that much punting, 3 punts for 113 yards, averaged just 38 yards per punt, pinning them in the 20, 1 out of the 3 times. So just to make it known, man, Saints did a pretty hellified game today, making sure we do what we need to do to get this game underway. Saints, big ups. They beat both the referees in this game and also the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to improve to 4-1 despite all of the rotten pros saying the Saints didn't have. They must not have 2 brain cells to rub together to pick the Buccaneers to beat the Saints in the Superdome. I can understand you saying they can beat them in Tampa, but in the Superdome, that don't even sound right. You don't know a goddamn thing about my team. The only we need to start doing is just boycotting their asses. Just turn their asses off. They're a bunch of confidence men, man. You know the analogy we talking about the confidence men, how they pretend they sit up in these places and they post tie like, oh, they got it in $1 million sets and they got the people calling in. What do you think of this? And then they tell you this and they be dead wrong as hell. Then they come back, don't even mention they was wrong as hell. They pretend like it never wrong. Then they pick against you, then get up there and say, oh, the Saints had a brilliant game. No, don't talk about my Saints, chump. You picked them to lose. So now you're going to talk about they have a brilliant game? Get your ass out of here, man. I don't want to hear you after that. Let's see what the rest of the fam's saying. Let's see. House of Twigger, who that, baby? Who that? Joyce says those helmet-to-helmet ejections need to stop. It's too biased. Sean, who that, Sean? Who that, baby? Good to see you. Scoop says Kamara with the halfback pass today. Sean showing out with number 9. Derek says Rankins with the shimmy shake, baby. Oh, Super Sheldon with the shimmy. He did it up today. Mr. Fritz 9669. Who that to your family? Welcome to the platform. Please subscribe. Smoke says anybody know Skip Bayless number because according to Dak QB rating, it ain't working out. LOL. And I'm happy. I'm happy it ain't working. Now listen, I don't like to see a team flubber and stubborn, but sometimes when you build a team up too much, that's what's gonna happen. You know, all of the hype, if a team's really as good as they are, you don't need all the hype. That's why this is a blessing in disguise. And I don't want to say blessing in disguise, Drew goes down by the hands of Aaron Donald, smacking him on his hand, injuring his thumb. In comes Teddy Bridgewater. The Saints moved from being a contender to a underdog role. And I told you, this team has always been an underdog role since they were formed in the 60s. They've always been an underdog. And they were the underdogs in this matchup in their own damn building against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who had a nice win against the Rams. But come on. I mean, just because you did that and then you did what you did to, I think it was, I forgot who it was. It doesn't matter. They lost. You know, so at the end of the day, you can't make those comparisons because you coming into a hostile environment where Jameis Winston is erratic. You know, the Saints defense are playing. So you coming into our home building with the defense on fire. The running game's going to get going, and Teddy Bridgewater, if he just comes to, the Saints will win the game. And exactly what it was. The Saints defense were shut down his options. They were all over those guys. And despite the fact that Tampa Bay Buccaneers were the top run-stuffing team in the NFL, according to the analysts, only thing the Saints did was come into the game and put up on them 31 carries for 112 yards, doubling up what they said they were supposed to do in the first place. 59 point whatever it was, less than 60 yards a carry, and the Saints put up over 112 freaking yards on you running the damn ball with Ndamukong who. It ain't Sue family. It's Ndamukong who? Question mark. Who? Where the hell is Sue? Because it wasn't Sue. It was Ndamukong who. He was not a factor in this game whatsoever. And that sounds oddly familiar because it's the same thing that happened to J.J. Watt against Houston. The same thing that happened to Aaron Donald, besides him getting loose one time and smacking Drew on his hand. He had one tackle in that game. You hear the commentators bragging about him, but it's the same thing. They running a 3-4 defense against the Saints' 5 strong linemen. It won't happen, baby. Did they get any sacks today, family? No. No sacks on Teddy Bridgewater, even though they ruffled his foot up a little bit, but he still came out there and threw another touchdown on their ass. Come on. When are you suckers gonna learn? When are you gonna learn that when you playing with a team with a strong and this team is playing on a level only few teams can make it. Most teams that lose their quarterback start struggling and fumbling and stumbling everywhere. Look at Pittsburgh. Lose Roethlisberger. Are they winning without him? I'm just saying, man, at the end of the day, one person do not make a team. But these analysts will sit up there and say just because Drew Brees is not there, that the Saints are not a contender. They won't win no games. Didn't Stephen A, he losing his damn hair right now. Might be pulling it out. Oh, I can't take it. The Saints keep winning. He said the Saints are done. Really, chump? Eat them words, man, and apologize to the Black and Gold Nation for your insults and your insolence. Stephen A. Smith and the rest of these buffoonish nincompoops. You know, I just do like the Three Stooges do on their asses. Just walk up. How you doing, Mr. Stephen A? Whoop. Just hit him with the eye gouge his ass. Just, oh, man, why you do that? You don't need them eyes because you can't see anyway, chump. Man, come on, man. Come on with it. Oh, the 59.9 top offense. You ain't met the Saints yet, man. The Saints have the best offensive line in football. Once again, we stop them from getting sacks. All this hooey about Sequil, whatever his face is, and there's 9 freaking sacks on the day. He ain't sniffed Teddy Bridgewater once in the damn game. Come on, Ndamukong who running around. He ain't get a goddamn thing. None of them did. We still got over 112, so we got 100 plus yards of rushing on their asses today. and threw for over 300 yards on their goddamn ass today. Come on. When then people gonna understand about this team here, that this team playing on another level? 4-1, you expecting us to go down 3-0 with Drew Brees gone? You might have to rethink your thinking, family. You know, they might have to. And you say the man talking up here, he talking like you know what he talking about. Ain't nobody that right, man. Only somebody right like that, they know what the hell they talking about. Somebody don't know what they talking about. You'll see them get showed up. I'm just saying, babies. At the end of the day, you gonna get them showed up. Come on now. Who that to my team out there? Who that to the family? Come on now. This is a big win for the family, man. And I'm happy for it because all these assholes out here, excuse the French, Spanish, and Portuguese. And Mandarin. All they do is sit up here and talk bad about my team and don't know 8 waves from Tuesday, 5 players underneath. I told you this is a team. You got stars that shine at the right times, and you got role players that got a part to play. Not everybody on the team a star, but you have people on here that role players, and we have role players that do their role well. This is a winning team. It's a contender. It's a Super Bowl team. It's a playoff team without Drew. A lot of people can't say that. They lose their quarterbacks, and the team have to ride with the backup. The Saints had the vision to get this man in here and keep him. And seeing what he could do, despite the fact that many couldn't see. And it took a while, but we know eventually, if you keep seeing certain things, that eventually the man will start to get a rhythm. Now, this is 3rd game in there, and he's 3-0, and this is his best game by far. He struggled not getting no touchdowns last game. He said, okay, you want touchdowns? I'm going to give you 4 of them. I'm going to give you 4 of them, family. 4 touchdowns, how you like it, Scoob? 4 touchdowns, how you like it, Big Smoke? Big Smoke wanted the touchdowns. 4. He wanted 4. He wanted, how many he want? Smoke said a couple. Big Smoke said, give me 2. He said, I hear you, Smoke, dog. He got 4 of them for you, baby. 4 touchdowns for you. How you love it, baby. They said we couldn't throw downfield, baby. We couldn't throw beyond 15 yards, baby. We couldn't get Jared Cook going, baby. Oh, man. Oh, I'm just going off, fam. I'm happy, man. I'm happy, man. We got to let them have it. Let's see. Smoke said 1 more game, then we get Drew back. Drew can sit there, man. We ain't trying to rush Drew back. You sit up here saying, hey, Q, another game we're going to get Drew Brees back. Okay, Drew, hold on, Drew. Just sit there for a second. We'll give you a little bit of time. Did anybody see that scenario occurring? That we trying to hold Drew back from getting on the field. Hold on, Drew. Just take your time. Take your time, Drew. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. I tell you what, Sean said Bridgewater looked good today. He went downfield today, totally blew up what pundits thought. Sean says, good being here with the fam. QA, bro, same here. King Ebenezer, who that, baby? He says, Teddy, got the Teddy all in there. Who that to you, King Ebenezer? Devin says they playing as a team. Demi says God is good. Who that nation? Demi sound like Reverend Saint today. She always sound like Reverend Saint, though. Big ups to you, Demi. Who that young blood 46? He said, what up, Q? Malcolm Brown was a huge upgrade over Tyler Davison. Bro, remember when we covered that, I said he was a severe upgrade over Tyler Davison. The Saints was trying to get rid of Tyler Davison ass several years ago. When they brought in your boy who went to Green Bay with Jimmy Graham that year. I can't remember his name. He ain't important. He ain't a Saint, so he ain't important to me. Dada says, Demi, what's good? Who that? King Dallas says Dak ain't it. Let's see. Dallas said, we remember them cowgirls of their place in the NFC. Sean says, can't wait to get Drew back, but we can see the future of our team. That's a good thing for the Who Dat Nation. King Ebenezer said, who Dak? Kyle Davis says, another emotional Monday for Skip Bayless. That's something gonna probably take off today. Got somebody else feeling it for him. Oh, that's how they are, man. They can't handle the heat. They can talk all that mess, but when it's time to get in front of that TV, they can't handle it, man. I tell you what, man. Okay, let's see. Skip Dallas says Skip drip look like Skip the drip looking like Skip the sunken ship. There you go, baby. King Ebenezer says Teddy is a baller. Sean's crying. Scoop says cute. You going in, bro. Thank you, Scoop. All Donald did for us was rest breeze for the playoffs. Thank you, Aaron Donald. We know, thanks to Aaron Donald, you see how blessings happen in tragedy, baby. You see how it happened, baby? You thought it was going to be something bad, didn't you, baby? Huh? Then you see what I'm saying, baby? In every negative, there's a positive, baby. In every negative, there's a positive, baby. And really, if your faith's strong enough, baby, ain't no such thing as a negative, baby. They all positives, baby. Because you can learn and take from everything you come in contact with, baby. Even the things that appear to be negative, baby. But they come, baby, to make you better, baby. That's how we grow, baby, in adversity, baby. That's when you learn who you are, baby. You don't learn who you are, baby, when it's going well, baby. Anybody can go through it when it's going good, baby. But when you go through some adversity, baby, that's when you see what you're made of, baby. And see, when you come through, baby, you come through looking good, baby. Who that to the family, baby. Thank you, Reverend Saint, once again. The Reverend gonna come in, he gonna jump in every now and again and speak that knowledge. But he only come true notice when he got a point to mail. He don't just come true to tell no mess he jumping. Oh, man. Dallas says, man, maybe we shut up Sue and Donald down when they was on the same team. Shaking my head. Come on, Big Q. We expose folk. That's right, Dallas. Dallas says, Shaq who? That's right. Justice says, what y'all think about Harris fumble on the punt? Luckily, we got it back. Ruling was called no clear recovery. How does that happen? That one worked against us. That was wrong. I thought they should have gotten the ball. But ultimately, what happened? It ended up with them getting the turnover anyway, because like old Rashid, Rashid, back in the day, one of my old favorite basketball players used to yell out all the time, ball don't lie. The ball don't lie. Rashid, I forgot his name. Crazy basketball player back in the day. I forgot his name. But anyway, they end up getting it anyway. They got it back anyway. That was a terrible call. There were a bunch of them in this one here. But hey, man, that's what goes on. Scoop says, did Shaq even play? He played. He played just like Mike Evans played. Sean says Stephen A. hairline gonna go back another 10 years on the penalty. He gonna come up there and all of it's gonna be, he'll shave it all off. Dallas says, not gonna lie, refs had us on the Harris fumble. He definitely lost that, but LOL, oh well. They made a terrible call, but what happened? There was a turnover and they got it back in that same drive. They end up getting the ball back anyway. So that's what I was saying. That was a terrible call. I don't want the advantage. Call the game fair. That's what I'm saying. And they were screwing up on both sides. They took two turnovers away from the Saints today. They took an interception, said Apple was holding. That wasn't true. He turned around, played the ball masterfully, had an excellent interception. They had another one they took two of them away from us today. This should have been a blowout. But, that's how we go. Willie says, preach, son. Who that, Willie? Dada says, Devin, that's funny. Rest Drew for the playoffs. I wish we can get paid to be biased on TV like them. Oh, man, Dallas, man, you ain't lying, man. Dada says, go get him. Q Justice says, O-line, D-line, let's go. Sean, Q, they don't know about the black and gold. They don't know a damn thing about the black and gold nation, baby. They don't know. Justice said trenches. Kyle says, TLK, that ish, Q. Talk that. King Ebenezer 3-0 with Teddy. DJ, who that DJ? Dallas, Reverend, bro, he said, I ain't got home on this insurance. I can't be patching holes in my wall. From all the facts you kicking. Sean says, Stephen A's list did have us as a number 3 to be fair. However, he flips on a moment's notice. Dude is shaky as hell, man. Money Johnson, who that money? He said, who that, baby? We that 24/7 pressure. Y'all heard me? I hear you, baby. I hear you. DJ says, B a plus on the offense, C- on defense. I see you, DJ. Sean says, so does his airline. Switch at a moment's notice, baby. Oh, man. He said, when you got a team like ours, we all shine. That's the star power is real. got them super shrooms from Mario. Joy says my little daughter Isabella is listening. She said, "Who that big cute? Who that to you, Isabella? Who that Isabella? Who that Isabella?" You gotta say what's up to the next generation of who that's, bro. We bringing our next generation of who that's set. We gotta make sure that we don't want to be overtaken by Carolinas and Falcons and Panthers and Buccaneers coming generation fans. We got to keep our people. So big ups to your daughter there, Joy. Isabella, who that to you, Isabella? I love it. King Ebenezer said, "Let Drew rest, LOL. Smoke Dog," he said, "I'll take them 4. I know you will, baby. You wanted 2. We gave you 4. We doubled up." Joy says, "Fire 985 J in the building." Who that J? Dallas says, "Drew gonna come after the bye unless he gotta go shut some haters up." Y'all tell me what y'all think. We should just hold. If the team is, thank you, Gary. Who that to you? Thank you for your donation. Hey, let me say this, family. Let's say if Drew is ready to go in the game after this game, let's say we got Jacksonville. Let's say Drew Brees is cleared by the doctors. Well, let's say that not he ain't cleared, but let's say he ready to go for Chicago. Would you play him? With the way Teddy Bridgewater is playing like that, or would you say, hold on, Drew, we're going to take our time with you and let you wait there? I'm more inclined to make Drew wait. I'm saying, why you going to rush him back? You don't need him right now. Let him rest because Teddy Bridgewater is winning games for you. You don't want him to come back and injure that finger some more, and then you got to wait again. What do you think about it, family? You just let me know. See how the scenario flip and change? It's just amazing. Drew says DeMario had the boys hype as hell today. That combo pregame speech was, he's excellent at those, man. He's excellent. He got a gift with that. Willie says Teddy might be Willie Pip. Thank you, Adrian, for what you're doing. The right one. Who that, baby? Out in Florida. Who that to you? The right one. DJ said open up the lines. And just that the lines will be open up in a minute, DJ. I'm going to address the family members some more. And I'll let you know in about 5 minutes, we'll open them up. Demi said our defense bought the sacks queue. Everybody got a sack. 6 sacks on the day. Demi, big ups to the Saints defense. They were tearing it up. Trey 0316, Malcolm Brown is the truth. He's stuffing the run. He got a sack today. Bro, I love it. I absolutely love it. Big ups to you, Trey 0316. Jared, who that? Jared Rasheed Wallace. There you go. The ball don't lie, baby. Ball don't lie. Money Johnson said Wallace, I believe. There you go. See, the family already know. Lionel, who that? Lionel. Money says LOL, we all on it, huh? Scoop says Dallas back to normal now, 24-0. Oh, man, I love it. It's a beautiful winning Sunday, baby. What can I say? We got LSU kick some butt yesterday. Tulane was able to get a win today. They 4-1. How about that? We balling in the state of Louisiana, baby. I'm telling you, it's all good, baby. Kelvin says Dallas got exposed last week. Now they looking like the bad news bears. Scoop said Rasheed Wallace from North Philly. That's right, baby. That's right. See, I should have asked you, Scoob. I knew you would know. Kyle Davis, he says Jerry Jones is about to kick everybody out the stadium if Green Bay scores another touchdown. He gonna turn it all out. Give me my ball. Give me my ball. Get out of my stadium. Sean, who that? Sean. Sean D says when our Hall of Famers comes back and wins the big game and goes out on top, Ted is gonna win him one next year. Third team's young has something to prove to be loudmouth pundits. Gary, once again, thank you for your donation. Gary, who that to you? Thank you, Adrian, for posting. Jerome says, yes, Bears. Kyle says, pump your brakes, Drew. Pump your brakes, Drew. I know you won't come back. But hold on now. We hold on, Drew. You heal up just a little bit longer. Nobody foreseen that scenario. We were saying, listen, 6 games, let's win 4 of the games. We weren't given a chance, as possibility that he could win all the games. But what it does is, listen, let's not get crazy. It's no QB controversy. This is Drew Brees' team. But what it does answer is questions pertaining to Bridgewater future with this team next year. The fact that he stuck around as opposed to went to Miami. This does open the door about him coming back in a larger capacity once Drew Brees finally says, you know what, that's a done deal. Because I don't see the Saints saying, you know what, Drew, we're going to go with Teddy. No, Drew Brees and Sean Payton are like that, 5-year contract with Sean Payton. Don't think in your mind for a second that Drew Brees won't be there with Sean Payton for at least 2 or 3 of those years. Come on now. He already said he want to play, and I think he'll play as long as Tom Brady plays. I'm serious. I think those two are jointed at the hip in a way, because Drew, even though Tom has the Super Bowls, Drew has all the stats. And a lot of the stats that Drew has, Tom Brady is close to breaking some of those stats. So I'm thinking those two will play and retire around the same time. I'm just saying, if you're a guy up here, you got to have somebody you known to compete with at that level. He's a natural competitor. Drew Brees is. And I'm saying he look at that Tom Brady saying, as long as Tom Brady can play, I can play. You think I'm going to walk away from Elvin Kamara and Mike Thomas and Jared Cook? You know, no, I ain't done having fun yet, family. I ain't done yet having fun yet. That's the thought process I'm telling you. You got to look at it. I'll be really surprised if it's something other than that. Donovan Grayson says, I'll have to wait until after the bye week. Kyle says, with all respect, you pump your brakes, Drew. Sean C says, Scoob, Dallas getting ran through. We'll definitely watch his show tomorrow. Barack Longmire, who that baby, says, who that the Cowboys are getting their butts kicked 24-0. How about them Cowgirls? Jerome, who that? Bears, we trying to get that number 1 seed. Tyrone Jones, who that baby, says, Big Q, I told you, Teddy will be just fine. Lots of fans seem to worry about Teddy. They got that vision, though, that like the horses got those blinders. They can't see nothing else except for Drew Brees, because Drew been there for a long time. But and this is a quarterback friendly system, you know, even Teddy struggling, going through his progressions, the offensive line still buying him enough time, that little extra time, to be able to make a play. They kept him clean for this game. They did a damn good job. Big ups to him. This was a complete effort by the Saints team. I love it. Big ups. Devin says no Drew until absolutely necessary. Facts, Devin. Says Dallas. Joy says FR Dallas. Joy says, I'm down in Florida, never been to New Orleans, just love the Saints and the city history, but this stream always feels like home and family, baby. That's right, baby. That's right, Joy, baby. You don't have to be down here, baby, to be one. You don't have to be blood to be family, baby. I thought I had to just jump in here right quick and say that, baby. You don't have to be blood to be one of us, baby. It's all about the heart, baby. You got a black and gold heart, baby. You ain't have to be born in the city to have it, baby. See what I'm talking about, baby? Just wanted to share that, baby. Who that to you? Hey, thank you, that Reverend. And that's Joy. Thank you, that Joy, for that, man. You family. BJ Jew. What's up, PJ? He said, what up, Q? Saints got the world on notice. Who that, baby? Who that? That's what I'm talking about. Good stuff, Joy. Feel the exact same way. Scoob, you know how it is, baby. You heard the Reverend Scoob. You heard the Rev. You heard the Rev, baby. Dallas says, Joyce, all love, and Nola, what's given is return, bro. See, look at all that, man. Look at that. That's love, man. The Who Dat Nation is the best nation in the history of the world, bro. Come on now. That's family, man. Come on. Sean says Bridgewater has definitely made his case to stay on the team. He's a Saint now. We need to embrace it. Breeze will stay to not let Tom Brady steal his stats and legacy. I just said it, baby. I ain't even look at it. See, that's the mindset of good Saints mind and ingenious Saints minds that think alike, baby. I didn't even read his comment just now, baby. Didn't read it just now, baby. But see, baby, that's how the mind works, baby. Great thoughts, great people think the same way, baby. Who that, baby? Who that to you, baby? Teal says, so do you think Teddy will stick around for 1 or 2 years as a backup? I definitely think so. Teddy Bridgewater knows he got an inkling with these games, what he really work, what he dealing with. You're going to have 5-year increments on all these players. 5 years on Mike right now, 5 years on Cam. You're going to see 5-year increments to match up with Sean Payton. I'm telling you. You might see Drew Brees stick around for a year or two. But ultimately, Teddy Bridgewater is not going nowhere, man. He loves this team in this city. He said that countless times. He had an opportunity to go to Miami. They was offering him way more money and years to play with the Dolphins. And he's from there. He's from Florida. And he chose the city of New Orleans over going home, man. Come on, what'd that tell you? What'd that tell you, family? Joy says, thanks for taking me in, guys. Joy, you fam, baby. You and Isabella, family. Who that to Isabella? Who that to Joy? Cause of the whole damn chant, the whole dome chanting Teddy B. That's right, baby. And thanks for bringing us together, Q. No problem, brother. Thank y'all for joining. That's why I'm saying, man, this platform is so beautiful, man, because how y'all make it all easy, man. It's so easy for me to sit before you guys because you guys are great minds and you great people on top of that. So thank you, Joy, and all of the beautiful members in the live stream. Family, we're going to open up the lines momentarily and open up the lines so the families can call in and y'all can voice y'all comments, concerns, and not so much concerns, because what could you be concerned about with an outing like that? The Saints really took it to them today, man. I'm proud of my team. I know you guys are as well. And who that, baby? Who that? So we're gonna open up the lines. Let's see. Right now, about now, family, the lines are open. That's right, family. The lines are open. To feel free to call in and talk about your team, the Saints, and let it be known how you guys feel about the black and gold win. So the lines are open, family. The number is 504-475-4482. 504-475-4482 is the call-in number. The lines are active for call-ins, family, as we're moving forward. Early on, just to give you a quick synopsis so far of the show, early on we were to get into it. We played 3 interviews by Coach Payton, Teddy Bridgewater, and Mike Thomas. They chimed in on their thoughts about the win. And, it's just a fantastic day, man. And Mike Thomas showed up masterfully in this one. He was huge, big time in the game. 11 catches for 182 yards and 2 touchdowns. That is special numbers, man. Very special numbers. Big, beautiful, and special numbers, regardless of what the hell happened. I mean, absolutely great. But in a few minutes, family, let's key up. We're gonna key up and play Cam Jordan, who's gonna talk about today's game. Here's Killer Cam with his thoughts on the road.
This is home. This is dome field advantage for a reason. You talk about who that nation. I mean, you can probably see the stats for yourself. It's 73,000 fans, and they're probably 98% all Saints fans. I mean, we don't really allow the fans to get in. And you feel that. You feel the crowd erupt each and every time defense takes the field. You can see the change that happens, the cadence change that happens from another team's offense. It's an actual effect, and we thrive off of it.
Have you ever seen a game where you saw the shimmy and the worm?
Was that the worm? Look, we got to talk about it. I might fine him as a rookie fine or something. Yeah, I think he flailed a little bit. I think when I was younger, I used to play Pokemon. It was like a Magikarp. He was just, I don't know. It was like when a fish hits a frying pan. He just flailed a little bit. We'll talk about it. I'll get him right. I promise it won't happen again.
I saw on the sideline you were doing it. Were you showing him how to do it?
No, I was appalled. I didn't know that. First of all, I get that he's a 2000s kid almost. What is he, 99, 98? But the worm is usually a rocking motion. So I was just like, bro, you did push-ups. And he's like, no. And then I was like, let me show you what I did. So, I mean, I had to make a little fun of him. But you see how twitchy he is. You see how explosive he is. You see the demeanor he has when he takes the field. He's hungry for this. And this is something you can cultivate, and hopefully, you see the flash turn into something consistent.
When you have them on their heels, there's 3 sacks in a row. I mean, what does that feel like when you're on defense? I mean, they know
it's
they're
a good feeling.
You know what I mean?
It's a great feeling. When everybody's part of the set, it feels like Oprah came in. You get a sack, you get a sack, you get a sack. In fact, I'm pretty sure DA came in and was like, everybody gets a sack. But when you talk about, just what that mentality that we have, that, eventually we're going to break down an offensive line, that's what you need. I mean, we went, a week ago against one of the, 2 weeks ago?
Dallas?
We've had a lot of scrambling quarterbacks. Seattle.
Yeah.
You talk about Russell Wilson, where you got a scrambling quarterback 3 weeks ago. You talk about Deshaun. You talk about Jared Goff even scrambled a couple times. But you talk to some of the elite scramblers, we've pretty much faced them.
As Cam does, man. That's Cam Jordan breaking it down, family. And you know how Cam is, man. Very animated. We played Cam. His thoughts on the post game, of course, he kind of poking fun at. I don't know what the hell Carl Granderson was doing. I thought he was trying to do the worm, whatever it was. It ain't work. But I got it though, family. I understand, man. They just have fun with it, man. And that's Carl Granderson, man. He's good to see. But if anybody deserves to be able to do that, it's Carl Granderson. All the stuff that guy was a couple of weeks ago, he was in jail. I mean, you didn't know what was his future, what was going to happen. So man, could you imagine the travel, the tribulations and the ups and downs Carl Granderson has undergone in the last 3 months? Amazing. His career was in doubt. He didn't even think he would ever be a football player. He was in prison. It's amazing. And now he's on the field sacking a quarterback, doing something that he wanted to do in life. It's just amazing, man. See, I tell you, baby. See, he could have went down all the way down in the dumps, baby. But see, when you got faith, baby, you hold your faith. You go through adversity, baby. And see what happened. He was rewarded, baby. He made it, baby. That's what I'm talking about, baby. How can you not be excited about that, baby? Who that, baby? Thank you, Reverend. Reverend popped up in there again. Big ups to the family, man. Join us in the live stream. Please feel free to hit the button to remind the family the lines are open to spit your game. Talk about how you feel about today's win over the Buccaneers. A lot of people was picking the Buccaneers to win the game. The Saints just did what the Saints do. Get up there and prove that if you pick against us, you're a damn fool. And pretty much a lot of them are. But before we get into any more conversation, let's play Jared Cook. Let's hear what Jared Cook had to say about the win over the Buccaneers and the fact that he had his first touchdown. Big ups to Jared Cook.
That's predominantly zone. I mean, you just got to find the holes in the zone and get it. But particularly in man, you know, with my speed and my size, you're able to get those create matchups against the smaller corners and the smaller safeties in the secondary. So it's all about getting open the best you can.
How much pressure to take off the offense with the big defense dominating the rest of that?
Huge. That was humongous, especially the end of the third to the fourth quarter. Them just getting pressure on Jameis and making sure he stayed in the pocket and getting those sacks. That's really what helped keep them on their heels and let that clock wind down a little bit faster.
Can you talk about your touchdown catch and how that felt?
It felt amazing, man. I've been waiting on that one. Been waiting on it. The defender kind of backed off me a little bit, and I know I had space inside. Big ups to Drew for helping me out with that route earlier this year, but after I caught it, he hopped on my back, and I just fought my way to the end zone.
Coach Payton said when they signed you in the offseason, it was kind of like a garage sale. He likened that term to you. Do you feel like a Neiman Marcus now, like a Nordstrom Rack? What do you feel like after that?
Man, I still got some work to do. So we staying humble, and we just going to keep things pushing.
That's Jared Cook, family. Jared Cook, he said he's going to stay humble and keep things pushing in the major capacity. That's 2 interviews, 5 overall we played. That was Jared Cook, the last one, preceded by our favorite defensive end, Cam Jordan. Cam almost got him. He should have had 3 sacks in this game, to be honest with you. He missed on a sack twice. But you could tell that he really wanted that one. Good to see Cam finally end up getting it, man. Big up to the Saints as they were able to get the win there. So I just love it, man, in all capacities. Anyway, let's get back to the chat. Phone lines open, family. Barack Alomaya, who that? Sean said that's just family talking to each other. He said, bro, that's what I call a magic carp. Sean said I was going to put up that stat too. Let's see. Verlin. Who that? Verlin said Drew is good until his boys start playing meaningful ball. I've been very hard on Betty, but if Mickey Mouse can do his magic and we keep all 3 QBs, no one in the league will have a better 3 at QB. Telling you, man. Verlin's been real hard on Teddy Bridgewater. Call him Betty Brokewater. But you got to say, man, you know, Verlin, to keep it real, the man 3-0 as a starter with the Saints. Big stat indeed. So big ups to Verlin for giving the man credit. Sean says Cam is funny, brilliant guy. I love hearing him talk. Magical dude, man. He really, really funny, man, and unique, man. Like a big ass kid, you know, that's positive. They got a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? That's Cam Jordan, man. Justice says Davenport's need a sack dance. Everybody got one. I don't know, man. It seemed like Davenport kind of stiff. He ain't got a shimmy like the big fella Sheldon, Super Sheldon, or you know, Cams don't take much. He do the climbing the ladder thing that he does, and of course Davenport could use a sack. He had a sack dance. He had 2 of them today. He looked kind of stiff to me. You know, I don't know if he'll ever get a sack dance. I mean, it's a guy that wears Aaron Neville's earrings, the long hanging earring, like Lawrence Taylor, Mr. T, Michael. What's the singer name? You got to have faith. The fate. What's that guy name? Family. Come on, y'all know. Adrian, you know who that is. You got to have faith to faith to faith. What's his name? Michael something or other. Michael. See, I used to know all that, man. See, I forget that from time to time. You got my football game. Some of my music stuff need to clean up. Michael, what is it? What is his name, y'all? You got to have faith to faith. He wear a long ass earring. And we talked about this a long time ago on the previous show about Davenport and his hanging cross earring, and that only the most spectacular people are allowed to wear that hanging earring. Lawrence Taylor had one. Mr. T had one. George Michael. Oh, you got to have faith to faith to faith. But how is that? How fitting is that song for what we talk about right now? Come on, family. That great hanging earring, the George Michael wore, and Lawrence Taylor, Mr. T, Aaron Neville, that mystical earring, that hang. but very fitting. That song, you got to have faith, man. Dealing with the Saints nowadays in the situation that we did. So that's real funny, man. That's just funny. The power of the hanging earring, the cross earring. See, you never seen a person wearing two of them at the same time, because you got to be super powerful to wear the two of them. If you try to put two hanging cross earrings on at the same time, your body will be disintegrated. So that's why they wear one and then they get used to one and they draw the power from that one earring. That's Davenport. I ain't never see a guy that young wearing a hanging cross earring. Oh man, I'll tell you what, man. It's a beautiful day, man. I'm just saying, man. Hey, the phone line's open, family. We're an hour and 30 minutes into our live stream. If you want to call in, spit your game, your questions, concerns, comments. You want to talk about the Saints, how they won the game, what's your thoughts on the game? The phone lines are open, 504-475-4482. Phone lines right above my head, 504-475-4482. So you can call in and talk about your team and how the Saints were able to come with a good win. Teddy Bridgewater, 26 of 34, 314 yards, 4 touchdowns, no sacks on the night, and the Saints did, as a team, put up 31 rushes for 112 yards, almost 4 yards a rush on this team. They didn't get any touchdowns, but they did rush this team and got it. Well, Tampa Bay was priding themselves on holding you to under 60 yards a rush. Saints said, who? What? Ndamukong who? Who? Vita Vea who? Saints proceeded to keep them from getting any sacks, and they ran for over 100 yards on this team as a collective. Big ups to the Saints organization. The offense was very special. Defense continues to be very special. A couple of bad things on the special team side with the fumble. I'm just attributing that to the fact that Deontay Harris is a rookie, and we intentionally he will get together. I heard a lot of comparisons of Deontay Harris to a guy like the beer man Michael Lewis, which is fair. I mean, even though Deontay is a little bit more stout, is a little bit bigger guy versus the beer man, but their speed is comparable, man. I mean, no doubt about it, man. So it's big ups, man. Big ups to the team. Scoop says Jason Garrett looks like he's bullying the female ref because he gets blown out. Just said, dude, AJ Green or Eifert, if they're available, do you take a look? AJ Green is intriguing, but he's hurt. Isn't he hurt? Tyler Eifert would fit what the Saints doing, but for a 4th round draft pick, I don't know. Before I give my calls on them, Justin, I'm going to have to do some research and see what their salaries look like, because I think AJ Green got a pretty nice salary. I know Tyler Eifert, I don't know about him, but I think AJ's still banged up. Now, I keep hearing these trade rumors, and Stephon Diggs, AJ Green, Tyler Eifert. But Eifert is a guy that the Saints, if he can give up a 4th round draft pick to get a guy like Tyler Eifert, depending on his contract length or whatnot, they might take a look at that. But then again, you look at what the Saints are employing with Taysom Hill at the 4th tight end position. Don't seem like they need a 3rd tight end. So it's improving your team and AJ Green effort. I don't know about AJ Green or Stephon Diggs, but Dez Bryant seemed like a guy that could possibly be coming on the scene real soon too. So you remember Traquan Smith came back as well. in this matchup, even though he didn't record a catch today. He was very quiet. Didn't get a catch today. We see Austin Carr out there as well. So the Saints are winning, in different ways. So they relying on the stars and the rope, these top stars, Alvin Kamara doing this thing. And they finding getting Jared Cook going. Mike Thomas was just insane today. What can I tell you about Mike Thomas? Absolutely insane. Anytime you have a guy that catch 11 passes for almost 200 yards and had 2 touchdowns, I mean, man, what the hell, man? What the hell, Justin, who that Vernon? Vernon Jones up in there, family saying George Michael. See, family know, they all know. Sean says, is that info from Rev? Bodies disintegrated for 2 earrings. What the, what? No, that's Big Q. That ain't the Reverend. The Reverend don't talk like that, man. That's Q saying it. Did I say it in the voice? I didn't say it. He didn't say it. See, if that's me, you know me. When the Reverend come, you hear the Reverend. You know it's the Reverend on the scene. But 2 earrings, bro. That's like on some DBZ type stuff. They use the earrings like they merge. You got 2 powerful characters that merge into one powerful character to take care of a powerful villain. That's how it's real interesting how they do all that kind of stuff. But that's the power of the hanging cross earring. That's why you only seen one person wear one of them. You never seen Lawrence Taylor with 2. Mr. T with both. Only the most powerful people can wear that earring. Just picking at him. But anyway, family. It says, Sean said, glad those cowgirls are going down. Donovan says 31-3 right now. Wow, man. I'm telling you, man, that's crazy. Scoop said, I'll be your tiny. Josh Michael was a bad boy. Y'all know y'all have faith and believe bumper stickers. That's right. If you were down here, you had to have those, family. Fusion, that's right, Joey. School them, Q. You got the power earrings, baby. See, a lot of the family don't know about that, man. But like I told the family before, I got a lot of diverse interests, man. But the fusion, baby, I've never known a celebrity to have 2 hanging cross earrings at the same time, man. If you've seen somebody like that, back up, because they super powerful. They super powerful, baby. Watch out for them. But yeah, family, it's a beautiful day, man. The Saints were able to knock off this team, man. And I just feel really good about it. I'm going to hand out some grades right now, family. Remember the live number. The live line is on if the family members want to give a call. Live number is 504-475-4482. It is on. And I'm about to give out my grades to the team right now. Now, looking at some of the things that the Saints were able to do from offensive perspective, looking at the offense, who were able to put together a pretty damn good game, to be quite honest with you, with all of the accolades and stats I just laid out there for you, from guys like Michael Thomas with his 11 catch, 182 yard, 2 touchdown performance. Teddy Bridgewater throwing 4 touchdowns in this matchup. Really huge, big plays indeed for the team. But you look at the Saints overall, 457 total offensive yards. Very masterful. Had that 1 interception. No sacks in the game. They broke free and ran for 100 and 12 yards, despite the fact Tampa Bay was supposed to have the best run stuff in defense in the league. I will have to give the team, they had one bad flub, which was the interception, which Teddy threw it to him, and he threw it a little bit behind Elvin. We had to make an adjustment, and then it ultimately ended up in the hands into the cornerback. But, besides that, I have to give the Saints an A. Offense, A. They didn't allow the guys to get sacked. They got 100 yards rushing. He threw for over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. How could you not give him an A? I wouldn't give him A plus if it wasn't for the interception. But still in all, an A for the offense. So big ups to the Saints. Offense was an A. The defense, by the way, the defense played lights out. A plus for the defense. 6 sacks on the night. They were constantly harassing Jameis Winston. They kept the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from running the ball themselves. They had 94 yards on 22 carries. The Saints kept them relatively under 100 yards. That was big. He shut down Marshawn Lattimore, Eli Apple. Basically Marshawn Lattimore shut down one side of the field completely, even though Goodwin slipped in there and made some plays happen. But they took away half the team, and I just got to give credit to them for what they did. beautiful. Despite the fact that Goodwin had 7 catches for 125 yards and 2 touchdowns. Didn't really like the late touchdown, but still in all, got to give an A+ to the Saints defense. So offense A, defense is now A+. And then special teams. Special teams, I can't give the special teams a lot because of the fumble by Deontay Harris, even though, he got it back. And I think he fumbled twice. One of them he got back, the other one he didn't. No, I think it was one time. Y'all remind me. But the special teams, I have to give the special teams, I guess, a B. Actually, I'd probably give them a B. I should get their ass a B-. But regardless or not, they played well enough. As a team, it was pretty good. A- for the offense, A+ for the defense, and special teams is a B-. Overall, pretty damn good grades. Just being honest with your family. Pretty good grades from offense, A-, defense, A+, special teams, B-. What say you, family? Chime in, give your thoughts, talk to us, let us know what you feel, how you feel about that, about the grades. But the Saints, like I said, played well enough in this one. Beautiful win. Beautiful, excellent win by the New Orleans Saints over Tampa today, man. I can't tell you no more than that. Saints are now 4-1. 4-1 right now. And it's just, what can I tell you, family? I mean, man, it's what it is, man. It just shows you just how great this team really is and how fantastic this team is as far as the coaches are concerned and the talent around the team. Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Beautiful. I love it. And they get this win. And we look at totally the standings. The Saints sitting at 4-1. Only a handful of other teams are beating what the Saints are doing, and we still have games to play. They're 4-1 in NFC. South Carolina is 3-2 behind them. Tampa falls to 2-3. Atlanta's 1-4 in the cellar. Dallas is about to lose that game, so they'll drop. Probably Philly will catch them. Green Bay is 3-1. They about to improve to what the Saints are. And then you got the San Francisco 49ers who are undefeated, the last of the undefeated teams in the NFC. And then you look at what the Seattle Seahawks, who the Saints beat, are 4-1. So very interesting, man. Very interesting going down, man. And New England's 5-0 in the AFC. Kansas City's 4-0. So as far as the NFC is concerned, the Saints have to be considered up there at the echelon. There's not too many other teams that have higher records than what the Saints do. And maybe finally we'll get some recognition. Maybe finally we'll get some recognition from people once they realize the Saints are doing this because they're good and not just because they're lucky. Sean says, make sure y'all put those thumbs up, fams. Gotta support the show. Thank you, Sean, for that, and Adrian and the rest of the families. Please hit the thumbs up button, family, to help the show grow. Scoop says everyone should get an A today. Our secondary got the D line A+. The O gets an A. Special teams a B. Thank you, Scoop. Till says defense looked great. 4-1. Sean says offense A, defense A, special teams B-. Thank you, Sean. Scoop says 31-10 right now in the score with Dallas. Demi says I'll give the O-line a A, defense an A, special teams a C. Thank you, Demi. Derek L says A+ for the offense, defense a A, special teams B-. Thank you, Derek. And family members, y'all feel free to add to that. What do you think about the grades? What grades are you willing to get a black and gold for their performance today against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? 3 straight wins since the Rams lost, all of them which Drew Brees was out, 3-0, big time. What can I tell you? This was absolutely awesome. It was excellent. This was a magnificent game. It was fun to watch. You seen the defense was balling coming out the door. And what can I tell you? The Saints are here. Who that, Irvin? I see you, baby. Who that to you? Says sad as Cowboys lose. Who that to you, Irvin? I see you sneak up in there, brother. Let's see. Devin says offense A, defense A, special teams B-. Overall team A. Thank you, there, Devin. Appreciate you, sir. And as the great black and gold family members, the Sports Coma family members continue to chime in. Who that, Willie? I see you, William Musgrove. Who that, William? Is he in the building as well? Good to see you. Scoop says Lattimore gets an A for amazing. Laddie Daddy. Laddie Daddy Scoop. Oh, man. Scoop something else. But, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man, is that it's all good, man. It's Lattimore. And now we had this 2 weeks ago. We had people saying trade Lattimore for Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey. Absolutely not. I will not do that. You got to understand, these guys in the new season don't play together. They've been playing together for a while. They enjoy playing with each other. They know the tendencies of one another, and you just give them some time. Eventually, they'll get there. That's what I'm saying. And you starting to see those guys play together, and they building that chemistry, and they just continue on what they would do. And that's the great thing about this team, is that these guys have been playing together for some times. So they grow together, and it's a great environment. That's why I keep saying the Saints are not going to contaminate that environment that they were able to cultivate over some time by letting somebody in here that's a part of a losing organization that got a attitude problem. You don't hear a word out of them when they winning, but when they losing, you got a problem. There's something up with that. You can't win all the time, but when even showing what kind of person you are, showing if you're a class person or a good person, how you handle defeat, how you handle the tough difficulties in your life. And he's not handling too well for whatever reason. That's something to take notice of, whether he losing over there or not. But then again, you can flip the coin and say, well, hold on. Isn't that the same thing that Eli Apple was doing? Remember, Eli Apple was showing his ass up in the Giants too now. Not as bad as what Ramsey was doing, but he was doing stuff like that too. Remember, he was a high draft pick out of Ohio State as well, and he was showing up. And we were saying, man, we don't want this dude down here because he had some tendencies that might sync up with our locker room. But look what happened when he went in that locker room. They told him, listen, man, we don't play all that up in here. We are family, and this is how we rock. We're not going to call each other out in the media. We're going to play together. We're going to protect each other. We're going to stand together. And ultimately, what happens? You see great things occurring. So that's to be taken notice of. Teal says, offense A, defense B+, special teams B. Thank you, Teal. Sean says, Q, what are your thoughts on Kiss the Girls and his potential? Carl Granderson, man, had a pretty decent affair today. He had a couple of tackles. He had a sack in the game. But we knew what Carl Granderson can do. He has the size. He got the speed. And really, if he didn't have that stuff hovering above his head pre-draft, they were picking Carl Granderson as a 3rd or 4th round draft pick. That's how good Carl Granderson was in many people's eyes. I had lists when I seen they had Carl Granderson listed as like a bottom 2nd round draft pick, but he was a 3rd, 4th round draft pick if he had none of the issues of dealing with his legal issues over his head. He would have definitely been drafted. But the Saints knew, and this was Jeff Ireland, that were willing to go up and beyond to make sure Carl Granderson was on his team. They did it quite strategically, by the way, because I was concerned whether or not there'll be drawback from him being on this team. But look, there was no drawback. Well, and it was due to part, there was several things that happened toward the back end of his case that kind of really didn't look right. Like what happened with the judge, and then he was ultimately released from his case, and how the plea deal went, how they were supposed to take his plea, but they at the last minute rejected his plea, which put him in jail. All that stuff sounded funny. And when another judge got an opportunity to look at it, he threw it all out and said the judge acted inappropriately. So that helped Carl Granderson and the Saints case as well. So Jeff Ireland had inside baseball on Granderson because they would not jeopardize their reputations bringing a player in there they think will sully the locker room. So obviously they knew a little bit more about the case and thought that the kid can make it out of it. But he definitely got the potential to play. I mean, you see him get in there and get a sack. He tried to strip the ball away from Jameis Winston, but Winston was able to hold on to it and just take the sack. But Carl Granderson got a lot of upside. I mean, he was one of the top players coming out of Wyoming, and he's a guy that has the size and the speed, and with instruction from guys like Ryan Nielsen, Carl Granderson to be fine. He's in the right locker room to keep him out of trouble. Trust me on that. He had to have learned from what he went through being up there. So, he got to understand it could be taken away from you at a moment's notice. So hopefully he's smart enough to understand that and stay in the clear. So that's what my thoughts on it, Sean. Thank you for the question. Demis says, didn't a pass from Winston hit Williams in the face. Sure did. Two things to make mention of, family. Thank Demi for bringing that up. Two things I want to make mention of dealing with Marcus Williams. Matter of fact, I thought the pass came. He wasn't ready for it. It hit him right in the face. That was an interception. He wasn't looking for it. And that's what I'm saying. We don't have those type of safeties, man. He got one last week to seal the game. But, he's not an interception machine. That's not something you're going to get from Marcus Williams. They got guys in the business that look for interceptions. And they don't have a problem. When the ball comes to them, they suck it right up. But just Marcus Williams is still kind of learning, man. He's still learning. And he had an opportunity to kind of stop that Goodwin from getting that last touchdown if he would have just blew his ass up. And I keep seeing him with tackles, and I don't like it. He should have blew. He had several, and I mean, I keep seeing it over a multitude of different games, and I be trying to close my eyes to it. Like, man, this guy here, man, Marcus Williams, man, come on, man. You almost act like you're scared to blow the man up. Blow the man up. And if you'd have blown a Goodwin up at the last play of the game, we wouldn't have had that late touchdown. Or when he was playing against the Houston Texans in week 1, he had a chance to blow Deshaun Watson up at the goal line and whiffed at it. Same things, several other times it happened too. He had an opportunity to blow up somebody in the Rams game, and it didn't happen. So I'm saying Marcus Williams has got to stop that. He's got to lower the boom on these guys and stop just looking like he's scared to do it. He got to lower it. This is your third year, I think it is, isn't it? This is year 3 of Marcus Williams. Yeah, this is year 3 of Marcus Williams. He has to blow people up when he gets the opportunity. Had he blown up Goodwin at the goal line, he the one that had the last opportunity to stop him on the goal line. He's a safety. You could have blew that guy up and killed that play at the goal line. And that's one of the things I just have to say. Marcus Williams is popping up to me in ways, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm in certain ways, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not comfortable in him on certain big plays. Almost like he got something like something mentally. I don't get it. I'm very curious to me, but keep a question mark and a spotlight on Marcus Williams, family. I'm just saying. Every now and again, I see a player out there that keep question marks, like you read a book or something, or a comic book, and see question marks pop up around. I keep getting question marks popping up around my head with Marcus Williams. Very suspect behavior from a safety in the NFL when having an opportunity to blow up guys, whiffing at them or not doing the blowing up. That puzzles me and forces me to pay attention to him. I just don't like what I'm looking at with Marcus Williams in certain plays. The big time players lower the boom on those guys and close the deal. I'm not seeing that from Marcus Williams in key plays, and that's concerning. I'm just saying it. I'm just throwing it out there. Scoob says, Sean says, let's see, hold on. Scoob says, what are the chances that Pete Carmichael influenced the game plan today? We were on some stuff for sure. Well, Sean Payton said a long time ago that him and Carmichael work together on the offensive game plan. Him and Carmichael are close. They work together on the game plan. So you can hear Coach Payton going over with it with Pete Carmichael, even though Pete Carmichael has the offensive coordinator title, but Moore is the QB coach. And Sean Payton said that several times, that he respects the hell out of Pete Carmichael, and that Pete Carmichael helps put these game plans together, and they work together as a unit to get the best plan out there. So Carmichael is definitely a big influence on the play caller situation, helping Sean Payton put that play call sheet together. Yeah. Justice said that should have been his second. Scoob says Marcus' learning curve may cost him a new contract. Sean says we can give our thoughts, feelings, and opinions, but sometimes these coaches see what we don't. If we believe we have a great coaching staff, sometimes we got to trust them. Very true, Sean. Very true. That's very true. We do see what we see, but sometimes they could be right and sometimes they could be wrong and you could be right. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you might be too close. Sometimes you need somebody that ain't close to them. They don't have the emotional attachments to them like you have on them. Well, I like the kid. He keep missing tackles, but I like the kid. I'm going to stick with the kid. You see what I'm saying? There's no emotional attachment in that way with us to these players in that way because of the closeness or the proximity with the coach working in a personal relationship with these players, and they have emotional ties to them. We don't have emotional ties to them in that manner. But that gives you a good leaning light into calling what you see. And more than likely, sometimes you'll notice that you have more, that your perspective is really key on and right on the money. Really it is. You got a good perspective. You can look all the way around and see, and they do have the proximity angle, but sometimes that could be something that can work against them as well. Like you notice, you hear the Saints family in the chat and the things that they're saying, they spot on the money, you know. But you hear sometimes that I'm telling you, they listen to you, they get your intake and they take it back. They do. And if you're smart, you do that, because some of this stuff you got to pay us some gonna do. They got people, advisors. I mean, why would you pay for something you can get free? You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying a lot of them, they pretend like they don't listen, but they listen. Trust me. If they can get some advice and it's good advice, a good perspective, they'll incorporate it into their own. I'm telling you, it happens all the time. We influence, I'm telling you. That's the great thing about it. You think they're not listening. I'm telling you, they listen to you. They're listening to you. You got administrators that listen to you. You got all this stuff. Like, for instance, we were doing the Pelican postgame report. Last year and the year before, we going over Elvin Gentry. I'm not an Elvin Gentry fan. But now I lay it out to you why I'm not an Elvin Gentry fan. I tell you about his game plan, what he does, how, all this kind of stuff. When the season starts, you can go back and listen to the shows. I was saying this, that, and the third. Then when the season came around, when the changes happened, how all of this changes that we were saying on the show happened, on top down, everything. The only thing that didn't change was the fact that they kept Elvin Gentry. All the people that we were talking about, they got rid of. All of them. So either we got a crystal ball hitting out somewhere, somebody might be listening, or we on the same curve somewhere. You see what I'm saying? We ain't that far disconnected as people would think. Just to say, but thank you for your comment. Dada said, I remember in June, July, we were wondering who our pass rusher was going to be. Ziggy Ansah. We tried Robert Quinn, but it would be nice to get him. Oh, well, we didn't really need another one. Our coach staff knew what they had. Dada, you're true. But who would have guessed that Carl Granderson would have made it out of prison that soon? We wouldn't know to get Carl Granderson that soon. Or Trey Hendrickson. We knew Trey Henderson was a guy that if he stayed healthy, he could contribute in some form or fashion. But he had to stay healthy. That was the knock on him. He's not healthy right now. That was the knock, is that he couldn't stay healthy to produce. Trey Hendrickson was a guy that had production in college and brief stints showed it. But his concern was always health. And once again, you're right. Guess what? His health, he's not here now. He's hurt because of a neck issue. He got banged in the neck in the last game. So what I'm saying is, I hear what you're saying. Both of you guys, both you, Sean and Dada, y'all great points to the table. Sean said, remember these coaches talk, maybe they heard about these other defenses. We don't know. They all communicate, bro. It's a brotherhood. We all know. I'm telling you, information is information, whether you getting it from the man you know or the one you don't. If it's valid, it don't matter. Like old biblical scriptures say, I have the Reverend to say it to you, but even babes to speak the truth from the cradle. And a lot of old people interpret that as saying that the youth shall teach the older, which means that you'll get knowledge from anybody. You could be walking down the street and an old wino laying in the street with a half drunk, get up out the street, cleans the stuff up, and stand up in front of you and start talking to you about this making investments in the stock market. And then you're looking at him, and you're like, damn, you know about the stock market. But then again, if you don't look at his appearance and see that he's just a wino telling you this and not listening to the clarity of his information, you can miss something. See, that's how we're tested as well. It's not all about what the person that look like that's giving you the information, is how valid is the information. And if you're a person that's an information person, don't matter what the person looking like or who it is telling you, if it's valid, that is something that we need to take. So thank you, brothers, for bringing that. And it says, Sean said, the locker room culture has been the biggest change Sean Payton has made. You can tell the difference. Big time, Sean. Another powerful point as well. Remember, like I was saying in the previous show, a lot of people don't know this, but Sean Payton brought in a voodoo lady. He brought in a voodoo lady to dance around in the dome and do the ritual to remove the spirits and bad stuff around the Saints. Look it up. You think I'm kidding about that? Hold on here. Let me show. Because some fans say, what? He had brung a voodoo lady. Hold on here. Sean Payton does all kind of stuff. He bring in motivational speakers. And he does stuff. Sean knows some stuff, man. He ain't just some old ball coach running out of there. He brought in a voodoo lady to dance around in the Superdome to remove culture. Yeah, a lot of the family members probably remember this. Let me see if I can bring up pictures of it to show some of the family members that said, what the hell he did? Hold on, let me see here. Give me a second, fam. Brings in voodoo priestess. Let's see if I can see any pictures of it so I can show them. Let's see. Give me a Peyton. Give me just a second, family. Because I already hit this point home about the type of stuff that Sean Payton does, man. You know, knowing the history and the culture of the city and what it's coming from and all of the stuff behind it. A lot of people for a long time believed that the Saints, back in the day, you go back 20 plus years in the past of the Saints organization, and you had people saying that the Saints were cursed, that they couldn't win games. People actually believe that. Okay, hold on. This is a picture of the lady here. Hold on, let me see if I can bring her up here. And she had her Gree dolls and a snake and everything like that, and she popped up. And let me see if I can bring it up. Here we go. I'm gonna share my screen with the family. I appreciate y'all giving me some time to pull this up. I'm gonna share the screen with the family so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about here. You see that? This is a picture of the lady right here. This is New Orleans Saints hired a voodoo priestess to fight a ghostly football curse. This was from 205 back in 2012. Today the Giants in battle for football supremacy while fans sat at home and their lucky jerseys and their game day rituals, but some teams need a bit more mystical help than others. In 2000, the New Orleans Saints called in the big guns to combat the ghostly curse on the football stadium. This is what people thought. They said the team called in a little spiritual help. They contracted Ava K. Jones, voodoo and Yoruba priestess, to appease the spiritual world and remove ghastly impedance to the Saints' victories. Jones performed a series of rituals and prayers calling upon the ancestors for their football support. The most public ritual took place before a playoff game against the St. Louis Rams. Jones draped a boa constrictor around her neck and performed the ceremony at midfield in the Superdome. That day, the Saints won their first ever playoff win, defeating the Rams 38-21. Jones claims that after that, she became an official voodoo priestess of the NFL. But however, because the spirits were temporarily appeased didn't mean the curse was broken. In 2001, the Saints called Jones back to perform another ceremony before another Rams showdown. This time, however, things did not go well. Promoters billed the event as the Who Dat Gree and handed out 7,000 flyers, which referred to Gree, which voodoo practitioners use as a protection against evil, as a hex or a jinx. Jones felt the flyers were blasphemous and that the team didn't appreciate her or religion. Reporter, she told one outlet, "I think the Saints cursed themselves." You can look it up, but this is the lady who performed it, the ritual, and as you can see, that's reported some time ago, man. But as you can see, the Saints have done things, man. You know, I'm just breaking it down to you to show us, to you how people feel is more than football going on here. I'm just showing you the history of our team, man, since the 60s. A voodoo priestess. Y'all thought I was playing? I mean, some people realized it, and I'm glad I took some time to show it to the family and say, well, Q, I know you crazy, Q, I know you tripping, Q. No, I'm not tripping. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you one more to show you how real it is with Sean Payton. Sean Payton and the Saints do a mock funeral. Let me show this one to you. Let me show you who does this. And they did a mock funeral. Because here, man, we talk about football, man, we talk about life, but the Saints did a mock funeral. Let me see if I can bring that article up. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can find that one, family. He did a mock funeral. This was different from the voodoo lady. Let me see if I can find it. I don't see it on here. They might have wiped it off here, but I remember. Maybe I could put the right Saints mic mock. Let's see here. Let's see. Sean Payton did a mock. I might not be able to find the actual article of it, but sometimes I like to show you guys. Okay, here we go. This is from the actual. I'm gonna share my screen one more time with y'all. This is actually from the NOLA.com. That's the newspaper down here. Times-Picayune. I'm gonna share the screen with y'all again just to show y'all the Saints what they do. Now this was from the Times-Picayune, as you can see. Jazz funeral to bury New Orleans Saints nickname. The Aints nickname. And Sean Payton is out there. This was back in 2010, February 19 of 2010. 19 years ago. Excuse me, not 19 years, 9 years ago, I'm sorry. But you can see the Saints, and you had all these people out here, and Sean Payton participated in it. And I think they had different ones as well. But that go to show you how real it is, man. That Sean Payton incorporates mock funerals to bury nicknames and to bury the bad parts of the Saints' history from the past. He gets a voodoo priest. Now, he had the voodoo priestess came out there several times to perform rituals to help the Saints win. If you didn't believe in a little of that, then why are you doing that? I'm just showing you that there's certain things that's bigger, you know, than football. Sean Payton, whether you believe it or not, Sean Payton definitely does. He wouldn't have paid his money to if he didn't. But anyway, fam, just a little history. Drop a little history on y'all, man, after a fantastic win, man. But Sean Payton, something else, man. You think Sean Payton just a little ball coach, y'all mistaken, man. Sean Payton knows some stuff. Keontae, who that to you? We just might have to draft a safety and another elite corner. That could be in the works, depending on what they do with Eli Apple, whose contract is due. Saints have a first-round draft pick. Do you go secondary with it? Very interesting. Sean says, Sean Payton has his favorites, but emotional ties, he'll bench people in a minute. He does. He'll fire friends, too. He kept held to Greg McMahon for a long time. It was his coach. Coach McMahon's special teams coach was his college roommate, one of his closest friends. He held on to him as long as he could until he got rid of him. Then he brought in Bradford Barrington and the rest of those guys. They got rid of them, White Westhoff, and then brought in Darren Rizzi this year. So Sean Payton knows that if you ain't performing, I'm going to get you up out of here. So I got to respect that part of his game. And Sean says, I hear you, Q. If coaches had best perspective, some of these continual losing teams would be better. That's true. That's right. Right. That's a great point, Sean. Is that proximity. Proximity means everything. If I'm close to you, I know everything about you, then I should have the best relationship and get the best out of you. Why is that not the same for Arizona? Why is that not the same for the Miami Dolphins right now? You know, it just goes to show you. They just might not be, you know, it's a little mixture of both is what I'm saying. That's when the balance come in. You know what I'm saying, my brother? DJ Big Sean, who that to you, said the Candyman Smothers. I was finally able to get on. What up, Big Q? What's up, fam? Welcome to the live stream. I'm glad you're here, family. Dwayne Thompson, who that, baby? Another big win. Big ups to the family. Scoop says, I think Can't Guard Mike is going to be added as a new Bible verse. The Book of Saint. Sure, he said Q didn't mean to bring in Rev for your commentary. Nah, it's all love, cuz you know how I mean, y'all. Justin got all kind of stuff, voodoo. But that's the history of the Saints, family. Most people don't realize that, man. Is that, see, we from New Orleans. We know about the voodoo. A lot of people discount it. We know about Marie Laveau and all these other people. You know, I had friends back in the day that was related to that family that would tell me stuff like that and tell me, and I had to go read on it. I was like, hold on, what you talking about? What? And it's a part of the local culture because it's a mix of different heritages and cultures down here. And it's given, you know, because you don't know about it, you have a fear of it. Most things you don't know, you got a fear of. But once you learn about it, there's no fear. You know, so if you're a reader, read and well-round yourself is what I'm saying. To learn about the culture, just for the food advantages. There's a beautiful food advantage in the culture. You got the Creole Cajun culture, which creates great paintings and artwork and food and all that. But there's other things to it as well. Dada says, I'm glad Sean Payton bought in the foodie lady. Let her do her thing. I'm saying, man, I had to show y'all that. That's almost unbelievable. When I was saying it, I knew it was true, but I was like, nah, they don't know if they're going to understand. That's why I had to take time to pull up the article from the past just to prove and show the family what I was talking about. Because all this stuff up here, and I remember it, and from time to time when we talking about stuff, it'll come out. And I said, well, let me share with the family to kind of get more depth and not just spit out a bunch of stuff and people say, man, Q don't know what the hell he's talking about. No, I have to back up what I'm saying by presenting facts to you to show you, look, this is what it's about. And why, in the rationale of a person that's just a football coach, why would he have that ideology to go and get a voodoo priestess to dance around in the Superdome to win the game? I'm saying it's just, I mean, you think about it a little bit. Sean says, I believe in energies. Bad energy can take the air out of a room. We had to change of culture in order to get the winning mindset. The Saints used to be toxic. Could be symbolic too. Could be symbolic. Another thing is like a part of, like we study other stuff and we about this well-roundedness, about metaphysics and all this other stuff. See, the reality at the end of the day is like Sean making statements about the energy, having a bad locker room, having bad energy or toxic or a contaminated locker room will cause a separation or divide in the mindset. That's poison. Individuality kills football teams or any team-based sport. Basically, not just sports, but that's poison in any field that you go into, whether it's business or otherwise. Like if you're in the economic field and you have a team, remember teams of people that have the same ideology will go 10 times, 100 times, 1,000,000 times farther than one person. If you can get a team of people, you know how incredibly difficult, we discount that from time to time. But you know how really, think about it, how incredibly difficult it is to get people from all walks of life, from areas of the world, from that was raised differently, that were taught differently, coached differently, mindsets differently, listen to different, all this stuff, just different all over the place, to come together as a team and play together and have success in winning games. Do you know how incredibly difficult and hard that is to do? But we got that here in this locker room. That's why I said, when you got a locker room that's like that, you do everything you can to protect it. That's why I said Jalen Ramsey and players like that, they'll be real cautious in bringing in guys like that to the locker room. And when they discover they have guys like that in the locker room, they get rid of them. They don't care if they good or not. Kenny Stills was an example of that. When Kenny Stills was a guy that was a problem in the locker room. That's why they got rid of Kenny Stills, truth be told. Kenny Vaccaro was another guy that had some issues in the locker room. They got rid of Kenny Vaccaro. It was a few other guys like Junior Gillette. That was really simple. We know about him. But there was a lot of different, if you're a person that's not meshing, they'll know who it is and they'll do their best to get that person out of here. So we got to give credit. Sean Payton and Mickey Loomis and Jeff Ireland and all those guys for putting together a beautiful and winning locker room. That's great. Justin says he kept Vitt and others due to loyalty. Times have changed. It got to. Winning means everything. Demi says it's believed the Superdome was built over a grave of slaves. I think the grave was where Champion Square is. Yes, that's true. That is true, Demi. If you go back and research, I don't get into all that, but that is something that you can actually research. There was books written on it, that it was an old slave burial ground. And then after it, that was years ago, many years ago, and then it became a railroad yard. And then after it was a railroad yard, then it was bought by the city, and then they started building this stadium on top of it. But a lot of people was questioning, did they remove all of the bodies from up under there? But that's just another other city's culture. Shaw said people have voodoo as evil, but that's not what it's all about. Traveling away from New Orleans made me change my perspective on voodoo and other culture. I mean, truth be told, if you study it, it's a mix of Catholicism and Haitian belief systems that came together. It's a connection to the spiritual levels that on high. But like if you were from a Christian-based mindset, you have a different perspective on it. Just like an Indian fellow has, or a person from the Hinduism, or different faiths have different structures, but basically they're all the same. You see what I'm saying? They're all different in perspective, but basically if you go through them, they're basically the same things, just saying different names and different names to the different ceremonies or whatever. So like I said, it depends on what side of the fence you fall off in your school of thought or your school of religion. It's pretty much what it goes. Thank you for that information now. Donovan says, I'm glad we kept him, but I'm the only one surprised we didn't cut Carl Granderson. He appeared to be possibly an asset for us. I knew they was looking for Carl Granderson. Remember, during the training camp leading up to the mini camp, Carl Granderson was actually practicing with the number ones while Cam Jordan and the rest of them were not there. He was with the number ones and having success. They were huge on Carl Granderson. They knew they had hopes that he could beat this case and they can bring him back. Well, guess what? It worked out to the Saints' favor that he was able to get done. That his case was thrown out and he joined the team with no fallback. It was absolutely amazing. Big ups to the Saints once again. I mean, when I tell you, Keontae says, do the Saints fans still throw voodoo dust on the opponents before the game? I don't know, Keontae. I don't know if they doing that. I know they got some people in there. I've seen a few people in there that do dress like it, that have the dress. I don't know if they doing anything. They're in the crowds, but they do have people with that mindset. I don't see a lot of people doing it, but I do know there are a few people that go to the games that do stuff. I don't know how far it goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. Scoop says Vid had compromising picks or something. Navarro Ferris, who that? Our city is the best. That's right. Who that to our city? Great food, great people, great everything. A family environment. We have our issues just like most cities, but overall, we are a great city. Love the city, love the region. Dada says, Donovan, I knew that they wasn't cutting Granderson, too much talent for pennies to pay. Good comment there, Dada. Scoop says, since we picked up Nolan, our linebackers are a strong unit. Vitt never developed anybody. I'm glad Joe Vitt gone. I'm glad Bill Johnson gone. I'm glad all that garbage and trash is gone. You got real coaches now. Saints went out, got Ryan Nielsen, who was coaching in the Wolfpack. He was the defensive line coach for the Wolfpack. The Saints went and hired that man. He was the last of the defensive signings for the Saints. They brought Nolan in. Now, Nolan was a coach himself with the 49ers for years. He's a guy that knows he was a defensive coordinator as well, a head coach, defensive coordinator. That's a very intelligent defensive personality. And Nolan, he's just your linebackers coach. So you had Ryan Nielsen, who came from the Wolfpack, came over, and his energy is infectious. He's a technical guy, and you've seen the players like Sheldon Rankins, Cam Jordan, Marcus Davenport. You see them develop and grow because they're teaching them to use not just using their raw athletic ability, but using technique to beat the defender. You've seen Cam's up and under move, his rip move get better. You see him get a little bit more technical underneath Ryan Nielsen. Same with Davenport. Sheldon Rankins is turned into a stud underneath his tutorship, but you're getting good instruction from those guys. Ryan Nielsen, Norton, and then you look at the secondaries coach with Aaron Glenn and their assistants. Absolutely fantastic defensive coaches. I absolutely love it. And the Saints have built a strong unit from the coaching perspective. They're giving great instruction to their players, and I love it, man. Absolutely. Sean says, Donovan, I wasn't surprised when Sean Payton likes someone, he goes after them. He still hates he couldn't get Mahomes. True that, Sean. He was going to draft Mahomes that year. I'm telling you, he said it in multiple interviews that he was going after. He was going to draft Patrick Mahomes that year. It just didn't work out. Andy Reid leaped ahead of him in the draft and got Mahomes. But he said he was going to draft Mahomes that year. Derek says we only sign high character players. Okay, family, got a call him. Let's see who calling us here. What's going on, family? You're listening to Sports Coma. Who am I speaking with?
This Revolt Control Radio, brother.
What's up, Revolt? How you doing, baby? How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Chilling, baby. Everything good. What's on your mind tonight, brother? The Saints got that win, baby.
Now remember yesterday now.
Uh-huh.
I posted in the chat.
All right.
Teddy Bridgewater and Cooks was going to have a coming out party. I said, I hoped on it now. I wasn't.
That's right. That's right, baby. Where you got that crystal ball at? Where you bought that crystal ball at?
I was hoping, brother. I was hoping. I saw it. I saw it, but I wasn't 100%. About 90, 95.
Right. That's a good call, Revolt, man. That's a really good call, man. And
yeah,
you had to get them going. They got them going, brother. They got them going.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think it's Bridgewater's third game starting, man. You know, I think he getting back into into the feel of starting and getting a good feel for his receivers and the line. He didn't take a sack. I mean, I was proud of Teddy today. Really did a good job. And I think next week the Jaguars. I think that's going to be another game where he can gain some more confidence off of.
Okay.
Because going into Chicago, I think that's going to be a little test. But I kind of feel good about that one too, man. I'm looking at 6-0. I'm going for it. I'm going for it, Q. 6-0, bro.
6-0, baby. I got you.
I'm gonna find somebody to put some money on it too. Anybody want to bet?
Well, let me Revolt. You out in Atlanta, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
You out in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I live in Atlanta. I'm from Baton Rouge, though.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What's the feel out there in Atlanta dealing with the Falcons?
But look, let me tell you. I got two homeboys that I ride all day. So I got a call from one of them. I didn't answer it, but I talked to the other one, man. And he see, because me and him we got two every year. We bet on both games, right?
Right.
And we bet, it fluctuates. This year, it's 200 a game. But you don't collect unless you win both games, because ain't no sense of, I pay you, then you pay me back the money. So you don't collect unless you win both games.
Right.
So I said, look, bro, go and pay me $350 right now, and we can get this over with. Because y'all going to lose both of them games. So I tried to get a dude a discount. He didn't want to take it again.
You don't like a sale.
No. Now check it out. I also bet him an extra $100 that they wouldn't win 9 games. This dude took the bet, man. All I need is 4 more losses, Q, and I'm going to hit him for another $500.
Oh, man, bro. Take his money, bro. Take take that Falcon, break that Falcon fan, bro. Till you understand who you dealing with.
That's right, but they give up early anyway. So one more loss, they done. The whole city gonna be done for the year, man. One more loss. So when we come down, when y'all come to Atlanta, if anybody out there listening coming, they gonna be defeated by the time they come. Well, that's Thanksgiving, right?
I think
when we play them here.
Yep, that's right. I think it is Thanksgiving. Yep.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be defeated by the end, man. It's gonna be a cakewalk. They're gonna be defeated. They always give up early.
Man, I tell you
they
what,
always
bro.
give up early.
I tell you what, though, Revolt, man, that's absolutely, that's sad, man. But that's the thing, man. When your team is up, you gotta ride with them up. When they're down, you gotta ride with them when they're down, bro.
Ride with them down, man.
That's what you gotta do.
Them dudes be trying to sell me tickets. I said, man, I don't want the most stupid looking tickets. Don't give me that. What's wrong with you? They be selling their tickets and everything out here. Q, man, is crazy, bro.
Man.
They asking for Michael Vick. They trying to see if Michael Vick still healthy enough to play. Like, Lord have mercy.
Damn, that's pretty bad, man. You're going way back in the past. Yeah, I was looking I seen them today, man. Man, wow. But you know what, bro? I feel good. Because the Cowboys struggling, the Falcons are struggling, but the Saints, baby.
Yep.
Saints ain't struggling, baby. They doing it, baby.
No, man. I feel it, Q. I feel, bro, look. Now, people were saying at the beginning of the year that we wasn't going to win as many games as we won last year. Man, I think we're going 14-2, bro. I'm going to tell you that now.
Bro, the way Revolt, bro, I heard that before. They had several other people family members were saying the same thing, bro, like you. They're saying the way the Saints have been playing, bro, is absolutely amazing. Without Drew Brees, a lot of people ain't picked them to win in the games. They're saying that the Saints, some of them say they'll win. They'll go 3-3 until Brees get back. And I'm telling them, they don't know a damn thing about this team.
Right.
And I gave the analogy. You tell me what you think, fam. I gave the analogy about the Saints being a beautiful sports car and Drew Brees just merely the driver of it.
You know what? That's what my dad said too. He didn't say it like you said it, but that's what he was saying too. And this team, especially the last 3 years, especially last year, it wasn't about Drew Brees last year. It wasn't about him. He only threw 4,000 yards, something like that. And when we won the Super Bowl, he only had like 4,000 yards. This man, look, when Drew Brees has a running game and a good defense that makes plays, it just accentuates his play. You know, he don't have to do too much. Because, you know, if he has to, he's going to do it, and that's when the interceptions go up.
Right.
So I like where we at, man. I like where we at, and I think we're not peaking too early. I want us to peak. See, we peaked early last year, and pretty much the year before that, too.
Right.
But this year, man, we steady, and I want us to peak like week 8, week 9, kick it in gear, man, take it on in.
Right.
Because I don't care what they say about the Patriots, what they say about the Chiefs. I don't think any of those two teams can beat us when we got 2 weeks to prepare for their offense. I take us. I take us any day.
Bro, hey man, like I said, man, we are. It's fantastic, man. I mean, I just love when they doubt us. And Metalhead in the chat, Metalhead got a great nickname for him. For Teddy Bridgewater, he calls him Teddy Roosevelt. Big ups to Metalhead. Well, that's a fantastic one. Teddy Roosevelt, and he said Teddy Roosevelt for president.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I tell you, got some smart people in this on the platform, brother. I tell you what, man.
Right. Rick, I was hoping, and I was thinking that by his third game, that he kick it in, you know, start kicking it in gear, making more plays. But I can't think of anything from today, man. I can't think of anything that's you know, having me concerned with the team now. Because you know, that the line played good. They got the damn penalties down. I think we only had like one holding and one false start, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that, but because I think we had 4 or maybe 6. I can't remember. I know we didn't have it. You know, I think we kind of cut it in half.
Yeah, with 6 penalties for 40 yards. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So, man, I can't think of nothing, man, that I could be concerned about with today. But Granderson got in there, man. I was happy to see that.
Yeah.
Henderson, did they say how long he gonna be out? I know he got a neck issue.
No, they didn't say how long that they anticipating him being out, but you know, we got to probably get some more information on his injury status coming up into next week. But I know they're supposed to, so we should know something around Tuesday or so where Trey Henderson is. But boy, I tell you what, we're in good hands while he's away, aren't we?
Right, man. That's giving Granderson the time. I mean, that dude came through that, and he was coming from the inside, not even the outside.
Yeah.
Man, these teams better beware, man. They don't know what and don't watch. Look, man, I stopped watching those televised sports shows about 2 or 3 years ago, bro. I can't deal with that, man. If you're a fan that's in tune with it, you know something, a little something about the game, you study the game a little bit, you can't watch foolishness like that, man. You just like, they just be saying stuff for effect. LaDainian Tomlinson, I'm on my going down my YouTube feed, and I saw the caption, LaDainian Tomlinson thinks Cowboys are still the best team in the league. I said, Lord, I shouldn't hit on this video, but I'm gonna do it any damn way. And that, man, you should have heard the foolishness. I think he was looking in the camera like a robot, and he may have been reading out a teleprompter or something. I mean, just saying, it's like just coming off the top of his head with anything he could think of. Man. I said, man, I could get on there. They could pay me half of what they pay him, and I'll do a damn better job. They could pay me and you, Q. We could do that goddamn show for half the damn price that them boys making, and it'll be much better.
Bro,
Much better. Ratings will shoot up.
Bro, I mean, that's the thing, man. They don't learn, man. The teleprompter is a killer, man. You know, when you reading stuff off there, man, people respond better. They respond better when it's organic, man. When it's coming right off the head, you know, you're gonna have a few flub, but you see something gun looking up at the camera. And we're going to talk to LaDame. Did LaDame Thompson get up there and he looked foolish and he says that is scripted to say? That's absolutely, I can't see how anybody take that seriously, man.
Man, look, I can't. I cut it out, man. I stopped watching them shows, man. ESPN, Fox Sports, even the NFL Network. That morning show you was talking about earlier with what's his name, Burleson, Nate Burleson.
Right.
It's like they be playing. I don't even think they be serious. It's like they just be coming up with silly stuff. I think that's, no offense, but I think that's for the 18 to 25 crowd, man. No offense to the youngsters out there, but
it's like they be. It's like Revolt. They be like happy, like they drunk too much coffee.
Right.
But you know, I'm like, why y'all so happy and y'all making all these wrong ass calls? I mean, you know. You know, whatever. You know, we that's why there's a sports coma and the family members. We talk what we talk. I don't talk about my team for 20 minutes out of the week and think you talking NFL, then talk about the Giants and everybody else in the big market all that time and all this kind of foolishness. They've been disrespecting us. That's why there is a sports coma, brother. And you know what? I like to thank them for doing that, brother. Thank them. Thank you.
I don't even, man, look, I got to the point where when they pick the Saints, I get worried. I say, oh, shit, something ain't right. I don't want them to pick us. When they pick against us, that's when I'm happy, because if they picking us, something must be wrong, because they always wrong. So,
that's
so
true.
I want them to keep picking against us, man.
That's right.
I feel better. I feel better.
Let me ask you this, Revolt. Your experience on this one, bro. Put your Saints knowledge on this one, bro. Drew Brees, let's say the several reports indicated that Drew Brees is due to return back real soon. Yeah, let's say Drew Brees returns. Let's say we have the Jacksonville Jaguars at Jacksonville coming up next. The next game after that is the Chicago's Bears matchup. And the Bears, I think, lost to the Raiders. I'm going to have to check on that.
They did. It was 24 to something.
It was a close in the last minute, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so this is the thing that's interesting me about the Drew Brees question. I'm going to hit you with this one. And I want to present it to the family members too. If Drew Brees is able to come back against Chicago early, do we start him, or do we hold him off for a little bit and make sure his thumb heals extra heal, give him a little extra time to heal that thumb, you know, going ahead. Let's say they beat Jacksonville and then going into, which they will, and going into the Chicago Bears with Teddy Bridgewater at 4-0. Drew is able to come back early. Do we sit Teddy Bridgewater, who's hot, who's on fire right now, or put Drew Brees in? What's your take on that?
I say put Brees in, because his injury is not an injury. Even though it's to his throwing arm, it's not a leg or ankle or anything like that. And I think he can protect it pretty good. So if it was a leg or, you know, some of that soft tissue stuff, I would say sit him a little longer and let it, you know, run its course. But it's a thumb. I'm on the phone. I'm come in a second. I would say sit him a little longer. But since it's a thumb, and I think they could probably wrap it and he could protect it pretty good, I would say put him out there. And if something go wrong, shit, put Teddy ready to go again.
All right, I got you, fam. All right, just interested to know what you thought about that, bro. I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, man. My wife calling me, man. Hey, be cool, Q. The wife calling me. You know how they get when you ignoring them. So I'm gonna holler at y'all.
All right, fam. Who that to you? Thanks for the...
All right, who that, Q? See y'all later, man.
Peace out, bro.
All right.
That was Revolt, man. Revolt Control Radio. Thanks for the call, family. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. You heard Revolt. Revolt said he would put Drew out there if he was able to come back early. But ultimately, if he struggled, he'd put Teddy back in there. Would that be y'all method, family? Do you agree with Revolt Control Radio? Thank you for the call once again, fam. Great call. Appreciate the brother. That's one of our family members in enemy territory out there in Atlanta. And we got several other family members in places like Texas, Derek and the rest of the family. that has to be dealing with all of the talk and stuff for the Bears. I mean, the Cowboys, the Falcons, and all this kind of nonsense. So good to see, man, that these teams are people finally seeing what time it is. Who that, Chad? Welcome to the live stream. Say Extra Hill, Big Q, 985 City. I don't even watch them fake sports shows. I rock with the sports coma. You dig? 985J. Thank you, baby. Navarra Ferris says, I'm done. It's chilling. Scoop said, I'm looking forward to the bad morning footballs tomorrow. Even K turned on us. Yeah, they don't know what even she said that y'all don't know what y'all doing making these picks. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Yeah, he said, I'm still listening. He gave him a $350 discount. Falcons fans not too smart, are they? Oh, man. Scoop says, let's not forget Brian Young as a pass rush specialist. Thank you for that, Scoop. Scoop, Scoop's a big-time guy. He loves Jeff Ireland. Jeff Ireland for president. I don't know. You got a race between a political race for president from the New Orleans nation. You got Teddy Roosevelt by Metalhead. Metalhead has this is the new presidential race. I guess I could put the question out to the family members in the live stream. Who wins the Saints presidential race? Is it Teddy Roosevelt or is it Jeff Ireland for president? The presidential race of the Who Dat Nation. Teddy Roosevelt versus Jeff Ireland. Who do you pick to be the president? Jeff Ireland or Teddy Roosevelt? I just love it, man. Love it. Metalhead said the team is hungry to win without your leader. It's hard to rebound from. Yep, I tell you what. Dada says, I say rest Drew as long as possible. Dada, I'm in that same mindset as well. If Drew, let him rest, man. Remember, Drew is the Super Bowl. That's Super Bowl aspirations with Drew. We're a playoff team with Teddy Bridgewater. Super Bowl team with Drew Brees. Bottom line, I know most of y'all agree with me on that. So that's the big deal right there, what I'm kind of pushing that. Demi says we need rules on the calls. Only 1 minute per call. Make your point and get off so the broadcast can continue. Sorry if I'm being rude, family. Nah, Demi, it's fine, baby. That's totally fine. Some of the family members, they be hyped. It's good to hear from them sometime. So we allot a few extra moments for the family members to spit their game and talk about what they want to talk about and whatnot. And then, of course, the lines are open up. DJ Big Sean, the Candyman Smother says, let Drew heal completely, even though he's ready now. I want him at 100. That's right. I'm with you on that, DJ Big Sam. I like that, man. I think I wouldn't put Drew out there until he absolutely 100%, because we don't need Drew, somebody swiping that Drew again, and he landed on that reconstruction hand and having issues with it all over again just because we wanted to rush him out there. We're winning these games right now. We don't need to rush Drew out there. That's my take. If Teddy Bridgewater continues to win games, that gives Drew more time to kind of rest, rehab, and eventually he'll be able to come back and do what he needs to do to further lead the team. Because you can see him on the sideline. Drew in game mode right now. You can see him shaking the shoulders and moving, and you can see him peered up. Drew is ready to go right now, despite the fact that he shoulder issue. I mean, faggot thumbs issues. He is ready to go right now. You can see what Drew Brees looks like, man. So that's absolutely beautiful, man. Thank you, Revolve Control, for the call. We still got the phone lines open for anybody else who want to make a call. And before we shut the live stream down, I say probably in another 15 minutes or so, we'll be shutting the live stream down. So feel free to give us a call. And the number is 504-475-4482. That's 504-475-4482. Feel free to call in and voice your thoughts and opinions on the Saints win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How'd you feel about it? Were you happy about the fact the Saints were able to put up over 300 yards of passing yards? A lot of people were saying that the Saints couldn't throw the ball. They were concerned about the Saints not making the deep throw over 15 yards. Teddy Bridgewater, the Saints offensive coordinators, heard that and began to throw the ball deep in this game. They got Jared Cook going in this game. He finally got a touchdown. They got Michael Thomas going in this game. They fed Elvin Kamara the ball. They upped the carries to Murray. They gave him more and more carries in this game. The defense continued to step up in a major capacity. Had a few flubs on the special teams, but ultimately at the end of the day, a very good win. Should have been a bigger win, to be honest with you. We had the Zebras got in the way in a few things, but didn't stop the Saints from ultimately winning the game. So thank you, family members, for chiming in. Metalhead, first time I hear, I like y'all. Who that? Same to you, Metalhead. Appreciate you, man. Scoop says, when you call and Big Q gets you feeling like family, it gives you energy to go on forever. Scoop. Scoop, no firsthand, don't you, Scoop? Dada says, I'm 42 years old, Drew 40 years old, but extra rest is always good, baby. Get your rest. Jason, who that to you, says, Drew don't need to start till after the bye week. Heal completely. Thank you, family. Very smart commentary. Heard my boy, Revolt Control Radio. What he was saying, he said that he'll get Drew in there as soon as he's healthy and give him an opportunity to play. And if he kind of struggles, take him out, put Teddy Bridgewater back, and that works as well, I guess, too. So that's very true. Very interesting thoughts on the family members. A lot of people say, why let Drew rest? Why rush him back? Let him rest, baby. Scoop says, matter of fact, you should call in and see. You good. You bring good commentary to the chat. We love to hear you. Thanks, Scoop, for that. Joyce says, Drew is always throwing. Metalhead, I think it's made to be Drew will be fresh on his return. William Musgrove said, hit the like button. Thank you, both William and Adrian, for what y'all guys are doing. Please feel free to hit the like button, family. Take just a second to hit the like button. If you haven't already, hit the like button. If you aren't a subscriber and you're enjoying the conversation, be a part of the family. All you have to do is subscribe. We have these conversations all the time. We have these interactions all the time. We open the phone lines. We have the live chat going, questions, concerns, comments. Trust me, I'm going to get you in there. Trust me, I'm going to make mention of you. I'm not one of these dudes that, shows that have the people there and they just don't even acknowledge the people. We don't play that here. That's why the Sports Coma is very popular and growing exponentially all over the place, because you're as important as I am, even though I'm the guy sitting up here talking to you. The platform is a beautiful platform. Respect the platform. It's awesome. I enjoy bringing all the beautiful black and gold members all over. You see Revolt is out in Atlanta. The right one is in Florida. My dog Sean C, he's up in Vegas. My dog Scoob is in Philadelphia. My dog Derek L, he's out in Texas. And we got several other great members out there, family members out there in Texas. Crass and my other family up there, way out on the West Coast in California. So we got family all over the place and people all over the place. Sports Coma goes all over the place. Goes out to places like Australia. They got they got Who That's in Australia. They got Facebook forum that we on as well. So we all across the world. Wherever the Who That's are, they're gonna ride with great content on the Saints. And like I said, you guys make it terrific. I love y'all, man, because y'all great and brilliant minds. Y'all are excellent, and y'all make it easy for me to sit up here. I actually enjoy it. I really do. Like we said, right now it's 2.5 hours. End of live stream. Don't even feel like it's 2.5. Feel like I just started this 40 minutes ago. So like I said, man, even though we covered a lot, this is a great platform for Saints family. So if you're a Saints family member that's looking for a home, subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell to be notified when we do our live streams every now and then. We might do a surprise stream where we'll have a live show during the middle of the week and pop up on you. So you guys feel free to do those things to join the platform as well. You're welcome to come and join our family. Joyce says, Drew is always Troy. Metalhead says, sure will. Thanks, Joy. I'm in Florida. Okay, Joy is out in Florida. See, we got family members all over the place. The right ones and all. I think the right one is in the right one. You're in Orlando, huh, brother? I think you're in Orlando. What part of Florida you enjoy? What are you in Miami or something like that, or Tampa? What part of Florida you in, family? Scoop says, Q, you should do a tailgate party for the Cardinals game. I'm coming down. I want to meet some of the family. Okay, Scoop says coming down to the Cardinals game for Philly. Big ups to Scoop. We got to look at Scoop, baby. Metalhead said, God bless y'all. Who that? Same to you, family. Bless you too, my man. Verlin says, great show, Big Q. Always enjoy myself, bro. True that, who that? Much love, family. 336 NC Saint out. Thank you, Verlin, for joining in today's live stream of family. Appreciate you there. Keontae said, been rocking since last year during the off season with my boy DC. DC chilling right now, bro. DC's kind of doing more of the Pelican stuff. So if you want to hear DC is kind of shifted from not too much to Saints. He'll pop in every now and again, but he wants to focus on doing more of the Pelican commentary. So that's where DC is at. For family members that remember DC and Swade and Five and the rest of the guys, that were the guys. They pop in and spit, and talk. But mostly DC will be doing the Pelican. This year, he's really focused on the New Orleans Pelicans. So to answer your question there, my friend. Thank you, Keontae. Justin says, love the sports coma. Thanks, Big Q. My fantasy team with y'all on the other hand. With Justin, what's your fantasy team, Justin? Which team do you have, brother? He said on the other hand. You ain't doing too good in the sports coma fantasy league. I think I'm winning, man. I think I'm on my way to be 4-1 in the fantasy league, man. I just was looking not too long ago. And let me see here with the Sports Coma Fantasy League. Let me get up here and see where I'm at. Oh, man. And let's see here. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Well, that's going to Navarro Ferris said, I would start Breeze if and when he's ready and open the playbook. Breeze, Teddy, and Hill together. We all win. Thank you, Navarro. Who that to you? Joy says Cam Jordan dressed like a Satan in Postgame. What? He did? Derek says, welcome to the Sports Coma Family Metalhead. Who that? Thank you there, Derek. Like a saying. Okay, like a saying. Yeah. I tell you, them brothers, man, they pretty cool, man. That's why I said they watch it. They see Demario Davis doing the Kamehameha wave and everything. That's pretty neat, man. Okay, Scoop says Packers are 4-1 now, so that means Dallas must have lost, huh? Is that what's going on? Let me see here. Did Dallas finally lose? Did Dallas? Yep, Dallas lost 34-24. Is that correct? Cowboys lost, family. Look like I'm leading right now. I'm beating. Who am I playing here? Who is this? Who is this on here? I don't know. Joy says the orange shirts. Let's see. Packers are 4-1. That was deep draft we had. Not sure. I have one win yet. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty tough, man. It's a pretty like I said, man. It's a tough 20 team family. I mean, a 20 team fantasy league, man. That's tough. The Cajun Hoodats. That's who I'm going at. It's me against the Cajun Hoodats right now, and I'm winning 184. Might as well say 185-172. So I'm beating the Cajun Hoodats right now. I'm 3-1, and they are 4-0. The Cajun Hoodats is pretty damn good, man. They still got LaShawn McCoy. Uh-oh. I think I might get him. Family. I think he got all his players. He only got one player that ain't played yet, and that's LaShawn McCoy. I might get him. 185-172, family. So it's fun, man, though. It's just good to interact with the family members, though, man. Big ups to the family members in the Sports Coma Fantasy League. The winners of the Fantasy League get $150. The run-up gets $50. Just having fun, family. Just a thing we do. Yep, the Packers did beat the Cowboys 34-24. The Cowboys have dropped 2 in a row. They're now 3-2. The Pack 4-1. Big time. So let's get this straight. The mighty Cowboys have dropped 1, and now the Saints get 1 that they wasn't supposed to get. And guess what? The Atlanta Falcons also lost as well. So isn't that great? Isn't that beautiful, family? The Falcons lost today, and the Cowboys lost today. But the Saints, who wasn't supposed to win, won. Falcons got blew out. They lost 53-32. Did you hear what I just said? 53-32, absolutely insane. But the Saints won. That's what I'm concerned about. Let's see what the family members saying. That was deep draft we had. Not sure I won yet. Joy says the orange shirts. Packers gonna play us in FC Championship game. Verlin says, who that? Heading back to work. Who that? Thank you, Verlin, for joining us, family. Be safe, man. You and Sean, y'all fellas be safe out there. Dwayne says Cowgirls lost. Jerome, who that? He says, Q, what we gonna do with Easton, and what they're gonna do with Henderson when he come back. When you got Rankins, Edwards, and the rookie playing a lot. My issue is, bro, Eason. I don't know what's up with Eason. I know Will Clapp was getting reputations over Eason. That's not good. He's not listed on any inactive reports, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But remember, they signed him, but he has I think it's a 3 or 4 year deal. But the first year on his contract is an option year. So the Saints, if they don't like what they see from Easton, they can opt out of it. That's something that I found out some time ago. And I was looking up the contracts. I said, hold on, what's this? And found out he has an option. The Saints have an option on Nick Eason on the first year. And if they like him, they opt in. If they don't like him, they opt out and void the rest of his contract. So remember that, Jerome. So we ain't too on the hook for him for a long term. And it don't look like he might make it. But he does provide depth there. Not too bad. Also remember, he's there. Cameron Tom, who's usually one of our best reserve linemen, is out on IR. I don't know how long he'll be gone. I don't know if it's to half the season is over with or is it for the whole season. I'm not sure on that. But Henderson comes back. There's room for all of them on the roster. Henderson, when he was there, they opened up a spot for Carl Granderson. So it just be more snaps for more people. Of course, Mario Edwards Jr. played today. Shai Tuttle is still there. David Onyemata. We just a loaded team in terms of pass rushers. I say it's a good problem to have. So more than likely, Trey Henderson is the third pass rusher. He reassumes that role, being that he's healthy enough to, and Carl Granderson would just fall in line to be the fourth pass rusher. So that's pretty much how it will go. But you're just deep. It's a good problem to have. So appreciate the question, Jerome. LaShawn said, AQ, hey LaShawn, how you doing, baby? Glam Newton squad won. Yeah, Glam won today. His squad won. Glam ain't have nothing to do with it. Glam is hurt. But the rookie, and thanks to McCaffrey, who's a really good back, was able to help them win 34-27 over the Jaguars. And we have those same Jaguars coming up next week. So all of a sudden, the Jags that had all this stuff on them with this Minshew character, he was 26 of 44 for 374 yards and 2 touchdowns. Gardner Minshew the second. So we have to game plan for this guy here and put some pressure on him and put some pain on him. He's a rookie. Knock him around. We'll see what happens. And it's going to be a tough game going out to Jacksonville, but they lost to Carolina. And the Saints just going to have to bring that power running game with them and that stiff defense. That travels. Stiff defense and power running game travels. Remember that, family, everybody, just to let you know. Justin says, if Chicago loses, who first in the NFC? In the NFC? Or in the, let me look at the standings here. Because I know if you look at what what in the NFC, as far as the Bears are concerned, they're 3-2. They're third in the NFC North. The Packers are 4-1. Detroit's 2-1. Chicago is 3-2. Minnesota's 3-2 in the bottom. Saints 4-1. Carolina 3-2. Tampa's 2-3. Atlanta 1-4. The NFC West has the Niners at 3-0. Seattle's 4-1. The Rams are 3-2. Arizona's 1-3. The NFC East has the Eagles at 3-2. Dallas is now 3-2. They fall to second place. The Giants are 2-3, and the Redskins are 0-5. On the other side, the American, the AFC, Patriots are 5-0, followed by the Bills. Surprising is 4-1, 0-4 for both the Jets and the Dolphins. Baltimore 3-2, Cleveland 2-2, Pittsburgh 1-4. See, not some teams can't do what the Saints doing. Pittsburgh lost their quarterback, and then their backup got hurt, and they are sitting up there 1-4. So that goes to show you that people losing their quarterbacks, but the Saints still winning. We lost our quarterback and still winning. What that tell you? What that tell you? But Cincinnati's 0-5. They suck. Houston is 3-2. Indianapolis 2-2. Jacksonville's 2-3. Tennessee's 2-3. Kansas City 4-0. The Raiders are 3-2. The Chargers are 2-3, and Denver stinks. They're 1-4. So that's what the standings look like as a stand, family. But that's the Pittsburgh analogy. We both lost our quarterbacks at the same time. The Steelers lost Roethlisberger, and the Saints lost Drew Brees in the same week. The Saints have won 3 straight games, and look at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's sitting up here stinking right now. They are 1-4. That goes to show you, not everybody built like you. This team called the Steelers. Not everybody built like the Saints. You know, so it goes to show you, man, we got something going on here. Peace, love, and blessings to you, Q and the Who That family. 985, same to you. Robert says, great show. Enjoy the Saints' big win. Live in Augusta, Georgia, home of the Augusta National Golf Club Masters. Okay, the Masters are where you live at, Robert. You live out there in the out there in where the golf guys play. Pretty good. The Green Jackets. Chad says, can we trust Harris to return in the playoffs, especially if he fumbles again? We got a great team. I think Harris will clean that up, Chad. I think Harris will get better. One thing I know is that guy's really good as he do. Might be a little bit of nerves trying to take off without the ball. Trust me, Deontay Harris will be fine. He'll settle in and he will perform admirably. Remember, it was one where he fielded it, but you got to remember too, a lot of this, you can put it on Deontay Harris if you want, but go back and watch the tape. A lot of this is that the Saints aren't doing a good job of providing blocking or lanes for him to run. Like one of the scenarios when they did provide a lane, he was able to take it upfield and almost break one. You know, so if the Saints and Darren Rizzi, who's a special team coordinator, got his job cut out for him, trying to teach this team how to field so the Saints could be able to punt return and kick return correctly and open up lanes and routes. Like I keep saying over and over again, a lot of people ain't saying it, they ain't paying attention to it, but I keep saying over and over again, the Saints punt return and kick return aspect of them sucks. It's terrible. It's because the guys are not blocking correctly. You often see times when you see Deontay Harris try to make a return and he's tackled by 4 defenders. How did that many guys get through to tackle the return man unless these guys are not blocking? So that's what I'm saying. They terrible at it, and Rizzi has his hands cut out for him to teach these freaking guys how to block on special teams. I mean, seriously, it's absolutely abominable. You got to open up lanes for the man to run. You give him some lanes, he could create some stuff to happen. I think a lot of that is the fact that they're not blocking correctly. They're letting these guys run and get to him. They're not running and keeping these guys away from him so he can field the punt and run up the field. So a lot of it might have something to do with Deontay Harris, but a lot of that is the coverage teams as well. They're not doing a good job of opening up running routes and lanes for him to run to return the ball to. Every time he get the damn ball, there's guys in his face. Where the blockers at? You see what I'm saying? Where the damn blockers at? That's all I'm saying. But yes, you can trust them. I think they'll work. Eventually, they'll get that together, hopefully, because that's the one aspect of the Saints special teams that need work. But great point. Thank you for that, though, Chad. Justice says Clapp is active because of his versatility. Easton may have been a bust because of the depth, because McCoy is killing it. Remember when they signed Nick Eason, then, you know, that was a knee-jerk reaction. I ain't going to say knee-jerk reaction because they knew ahead of time that Max Unger was going to retire. He told them that. So they knew ahead of time. But the best offensive lineman out that was available was Nick Eason. Ultimately, when it came down to it, the Saints moved up in the second round to take McCoy, who some say was the best center prospect in the draft. Some say that. I believe he's the best. Saints got him in the second round. Big ups to him again. See, we talk about Jeff Ireland for president, like my dog Scoob says. But at the end of the day, the Saints move up in the second round to take Eric McCoy in the second round. And this guy's just going to come in and be a 10-year starter. In a couple of years, he'll be a Pro Bowl center. I'm saying it because I can see it in him. He's a rookie right now, but he is doing a good job. You lose Drew Brees, and then did you see any snap fumbles or anything from him dealing with Teddy Bridgewater? The guy is the center of a veteran offensive line with Pro Bowlers on each side of him, and what he do look like them. He plays just like them. Credit has to be given to Jeff Ireland for finding this man, having the gumption to go up and get him and bring him to the team. And basically, when they got Eric McCoy here, they made Nick Eason expendable because when Cameron Tom come back, Nick Eason going to be pushed further down on the depth chart. And not to mention the unsung offensive lineman is Ethan Greenwich, which is a guy on a team that made the team, and a lot of people not talking about Ethan Greenwich, who was an active offensive lineman, undrafted guy. So the Saints see something special in him because they will move some veterans off this team. Now, there's still Patrick Oma made there as well, but Nick Eason is, we're going to see. But the Saints not stuck with him. That's the great thing with that contract. So big ups to Mickey Mouse Loomis for putting that in that contract too. Chad said we're going to get better. We're going to be better than ever when Breeze gets back. Yep, you got to give him a little time to kind of acclimate because he'll be rusty. But ultimately, Drew will get together soon. Saints rely on Breeze to bail them out like week 1, but now we're playing like we're relying on everybody and no one can mess up. Yeah, that's true. You're playing together as a team when Drew comes back. He don't have to have that pressure of performing on a high level because they say we could chill. Drew got us. Drew got our back. It kind of put everybody on their toes. By the time Drew come back, that'll be a rhythm in the mindset of the team that we keep playing like we playing, and then Drew just walk right in there. He'll be rusty at first, but ultimately he'll get it together where the Saints can just keep moving forward. Jerome said, I believe about the trade deadline. Week 8, Easton will be traded. Could be a possibility. Could be the Saints not playing them because they could be looking to trade them. Could be a number of things going on. But the Saints could be active at the trade deadline because there's a few people on this team that might be traded by the trade deadline. How about Patrick Robinson, who did get a few snaps out there today? I seen Patrick Robinson out there today. But P.J. Williams is starting to break away. He's breaking away and starting to play really well. So it's starting to show you Patrick Robinson playing in that position. A lot of money, $20 million for a dime back is excessive. Nick Eason's contract, those could be possible trade candidates. Or then again, the Saints could say, you know what? I like Patrick Robinson for the playoffs. We're going to hold on to our veteran cornerback, and we're just going to deal with it down the line. It could be, we'll see how they handle it, but having a $20 million cornerback that plays a dime back is kind of excessive in my book. And Scoop said we don't miss Ola, surprisingly. No, Ola was a guy who was, kind of up and down. At times he looked good, sometimes he didn't. But I think Cameron Tom's a guy that a lot of the team's big on. Like I said, this Ethan Greenwich kid, a lot of people ain't talking about. That's somebody we need to pay attention to as well. He was a guy that made the team when a lot of people didn't think he was going to make the team. He was another undrafted guy, snuck up on the team, Shy Tuttle. Shy Tuttle was so impressive to the team that they put Taylor Stallworth on the practice squad for Shy Tuttle. So that shows you a lot with the team. Scoop says trade P-Rob back to the Eagles for a fourth or fifth rounder. They might not take him, Scoop. We'll see. But it goes to show you, man. It goes to show you, bro. You know how the Saints are operating, man. But I like to thank the family, man. We got almost 3 hours in the live stream. I like to thank the family for joining us today in this win, as the Saints were able to get the win 31-24 over. That's right, over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as the Saints improved to 4-1 in the NFC South. Carolina is 3-2 behind us. And then coming up, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville, followed by the Chicago Bears in Chicago. So 2 tough road games and to 2 very stubborn defensive teams. But let's see how we do against those teams as well, as we take it on the road. We take it on the road. We take our running game on the road and our defense on the road and our special teams on the road and our quarterback on the road, and see if we can get some road wins against Jacksonville and Chicago, man. Going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. So I'd like to thank the family for joining us tonight in the live stream. Once again, thank you for all that you guys do. Thank you for joining us in the live stream tonight. Appreciate each and every last one of you. If you're not a subscriber, feel free to hit the subscribe button and join the family. And remember, feel free to go to the merch store, pick you up some gear. We have 18 designs currently in the Pro Shop. We have 18 designs in the Pro Shop. You can feel free to go to, I think the link is in the scroller above my head. I'll have the link placed in the chat, so you can feel free to support the Sports Coma by picking up some nice gear. As I said, family, you can check out the store. Like I said, it's great shirts, coffee mugs, gear for the entire family, for the ladies, for the men, up from small to 4, some sizes 3 to 4X. And gear, very good shirts, quality shirts, none of the El Cheapo stuff, really quality gear that you can get. But going to our Teespring stores / the Pro Shop -3, the link is in the chat. You can feel free. God is a Saints fan. There's a few other shirts that's out there as well. The Dat Slap shirt is another one of our new shirts that we had, volume 2, version 2 of the Dat Slap, smartphone covers. Coffee mugs, the whole shebang-a-bang, towels that you swing around, all of that. 18 different shirt designs are available in the store. The newest one will be coming out in the next 2 days, called Crescent City Bridgewater. It's a shirt in support of Teddy Bridgewater for helping the black and gold on this current winning streak, get through this difficulty. So we have that one coming out as well. So feel free to go to the store and show some support, get you some nice gear. And also to help the family out, the code BIGQ25, BIGQ25 gets you 25% on your purchase through the entire month of October. That's BIGQ25. Hit the link going in when you get ready to check out. Put BIGQ25 in the coupon section and receive 25% off on your purchase. Also, family know about it. We also are doing the Sports Coma Big Q and the Guys PS4 console and Madden 20 monthly giveaway. That's a lot to say, but still in all this we got going on, family. In the Sports Coma Fantasy League with 20 teams is going on. A lot of fun going on with that. And we also have the Sports Coma with Big Q and the Guys PS4 console and Madden Game 20. It's 2 separate giveaways, one for the console, one for the game. And I'd like to thank our winners from last month who got it. 985J, who won the console, and DJ. I don't know if you know DJ. You win the Madden game, PS4 Madden, the new Madden game. So I want you to email us at the PRO Media Network at gmail.com. That's the PRO Media Network at gmail.com for your contact information so that we can send you your game. Also, family, let you know for those coming up, we'll be doing this until December. The cutoff time to enter is the 29th of each month. For Christmas, it's the 22nd to be able to ship you the console for Christmas. That's understandable. But every month going into December, we'll be doing the console giveaway. So if you want to enter and win, like 985J did, you can follow this link here. We'll post the link in the description section so that you don't have to do anything else but to go click on the link and enter yourself into it. And as you can see, the few things listed on the banner is what you have to do to enter it. It is completely free. You don't have to spend not one dime, and it's our way at the Sports Coma of giving back to the family members that support us over the years. It's absolutely tremendous. It's beautiful. I love it. And I appreciate the family members for all that they do to help the platform grow. It's just a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing, man. I tell you what, absolutely gorgeous and beautiful doing it. So we're putting the links in the description section now so that you can hit that link and go to it. There it is. So feel free, if you want to enter that, you can enter that as well. Also, feel free to listen to our podcast, the Sports Coma and the Pelican Postgame Report. If you're a Pelican fan, we have a Pelican Postgame Report podcast and show that we do as well. If you're a Pelican fan, feel free to find us on YouTube, put in the Pelican Postgame Report, and subscribe. If you're a boxing fan, we got Ring Kings Boxing and Tough Tiger Talk for all the family members that are Tigers, LSU Tiger fans. Tough Tiger Talk podcast are available on Spreaker. You can subscribe and never miss a minute. Listen to the Sports Coma while you're chilling at work. And then, of course, finally, you could become a Patreon of the show as well by donating $1 or $5 or whatever's in your heart to do, like Derek and Sean. They're great people that donate to help improve and empower the platform for us all, man. I mean, they have a great opportunity to be able to build a platform, and $1 or $5 a month or whatever's in your heart to give to help empower the platform is something awesome. And it could be something that could be done to kind of help keep the platform strong and viable moving ahead. So if that's you and you want to move your familyhood to another level and become a patron, go to patreon.com, P-A-T-R, well, it's in there. You can see the banner, patreon.com/the PRO Media Network, and then join as a patron. Like I said, you can donate $1 a month or $5 a month to the empowerment of the platform as we continue to grow. So I'd like to thank all the fantastic members, man, for joining us and allowing me to come into your life on a beautiful winning Sunday as the Saints go 3-0 into Teddy Bridgewater. They are 4-1. So thank the family members once again for all the great good that you do and for joining us tonight. And traditionally, I like to shout my people out before we leave, but I want to shout out Baraka Longmire, big ups to who that to Baraka, Jerome, who that, Tyrone Jones, who that to you, Dallas Allen, who that, Devin Frank, who that to your family? Joey, who that to you? And Isabella, who that to your family? PJ Jew, who that? Scoob, do it too. Who that to you, Scoob? Be safe up there. Adrian, thank you, baby. Who that to you? Sean C, who that? Till, the legend. Who that, baby? I'm coming to get some of them wings, Till. Kyle Davis, who that to your fam? Thank you for joining us. Jerome, Tramal, who that to your family? Let's see, Justin, Bruce, who that to you? Christopher Pender, do you think the Saints bring Dez back? Yes, I do, sir. I'm sorry I missed your question there, Christopher, but I do think the Saints will bring Dez back. He's not ready. I know it's supposed to be. We close to that window, though. You're looking at between now, maybe the next 7 to 14 days, when the window allotted for when Dez Bryant said that he'll start contacting teams. Do I think the Saints would be interested in Dez Bryant? I most certainly do. I think the Saints do recognize they could use a weapon like Dez Bryant in that wide receiver core, and they could probably, and I could see them probably deactivating the guy and putting him on the practice squad or something like that for Dez Bryant. I'm just keeping it real. The Saints are not going to pass on Dez Bryant, especially when he wants to come and they cleared money from Larry Warford's deal already waiting for him because they didn't sign anybody. They just cut Larry Warford. Remember, we covered that on the previous show. Larry Warford they converted a portion of his salary into a signing bonus, which freed like $2.75 up, which the Saints could possibly use to sign Dez Bryant around that same amount of money, around the same amount of time that they did last year. So I agree. I think they will, Christopher. Thanks for your question, family. Who that to you? Baraka, who that back to your family? Let's see what else, family. That's Sean. I ain't see this fact. Sean says fact. This is the first time in team history that the Saints go 4-1 in back-to-back seasons. Interesting. Thank you. The rest of the family members as well. Thank you, Verlin. Who that to you? Dada. Who that to you? Let's see who else I got. Vernon Joseph. Who that to your family? Sean. Who that to you once again? Donovan Grayson. Who that to your family? Thank you. Let's see. Irvin Alexander. Who that to you, Irvin? Thank you for joining us, man. Let's see who else. Demi. Who that to you, baby? Thank you, Demi. Who else we got here? I think that's all my family. Keontae, who that to you? Thank you for joining us. DJ Big Sam, the Candy Man Smothers. Thank you, sir. Who that to you? Dwayne Thompson. Who that to you too, family? Let's see who else we got. My family members here chiming in tonight. Always got to give my people a shout out. Donovan Grayson, who that, family? Thank you, sir. Navarra Ferris, who that to you? 985J, who that to you, family? Metalhead, thank you for that Teddy Roosevelt name. Thank you, sir. Who that to you? And let's see, and I think that's everybody, man. If I didn't get you in there. Chad Prue, who that to your family? I think that's all my family members tonight. Will Musgrove, who that to you, Will? And let's see. Jerome, Robert Clark, who that? Travis Johnson, who that to you, fam? Donovan Grayson once again. And that's all my family members. Tramal, who that to you? Thank you, sir. And that'll do it, man. My family. Thank y'all for joining us. Hit your notification bells for future shows coming in. Might do a surprise live stream in the middle of the week where we'll chime in, take some calls, get the injury news coming up in the middle of the week and a preview game for the Jacksonville game coming closer toward the weekend for next weekend. So just be on the lookout for that as well. So I'd like to thank all Kevin, who that to you? I see you, sir. Appreciate your family. So I'd like to thank all the Sports Coma family people for chiming in tonight. Thank y'all for y'all donations, y'all gifts today. Check out the Pro Shop. The link is in the description section. Buy yourself some gear. Check out the gift. Support the platform. Also, win yourself a console. It's free. Sign up there. And if you want to become a patron, take your family level, your family support to another level, become a patron for $1 or $5 a month. Really nothing. It's the price of a Happy Meal or a value meal from a supermarket once a month. So, to show some support to your family here. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. And as always, who that to you? We are 4-1, 3-0 under Teddy Bridgewater. And I like to thank everybody, man. And a big you-know-what to the haters out there that was disrespecting the Saints club. You know where you can stick it at. But anyway, thank you, family. Who that to you? Peace.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. #1 sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pregame, party, postgame statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Payton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we be gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told.